Now, everybody, welcome. It's another Friday streaming, and we're just starting. Maybe We'll be waiting for the Brandon to come us, or everybody is welcome to join us and to share the
Yeah.
memories. Al from San Francisco is here, and now we are starting a bit earlier without Brandon, but the main topic will be the music and perfumes. So. Oh, yeah, you can start with all of your mentions, but nobody is here right now. So, but doesn't matter. We're starting to talk, and you'll feel free uh, to start with anything that you want to mention. Start me
With music.
or with everything what we talk. Somebody's here. The first viewer. That's good.
Who do you have? Who's coming on?
Don't know. Somebody must type it. Tell us what you're wearing, what you're
Well,
listening for the
today I'm
music.
wearing Bottega Veneta EDP.
Eugene was talking and mentioning it and praising so much because
It came out
he
in 2011.
yeah
20,
and
yeah.
he was mentioning as one of the best female fragrances in today's market, but it was discontinued recently.
This one here, really?
Yeah, a couple of months ago, and
Oh my
that's such a
God.
pity.
Well,
Such a
basically, the company is, I think it's a very underrated perfume. I've not seen too many reviews, but uh, it's an old established leather manufacturing company. It's not a cologne company. It was a leather company.
yeah.
So supposedly, this is like the finish of the leather. They used to have this type of print on the frosting. I don't know too much about it. Also, on the box, the finish on the box supposedly is somewhat of a, but I don't know much about that. I'm not into the present. I'm not much into presentations of colognes. I'm more into experiencing the scent and how it makes me feel, how I feel afterwards. And but this right here, I bought it once before, but I ran out of it a couple of years ago, and so it's been a while since I've had this cologne. But I like it very much. Um, how about that recent one that you just bought? The was it Swedish or
From the Switzerland. Yeah, it's the Tower Incense Rose. And what I have to say, I've got a sample, and in today's stream, I wanna roast. I wanna my intention is to roast the today's not only today's companies but today's influencers because they showing so much things that are completely unnecessary to have in your possession. And I people who are watching this, I have uh, only a sample for 6 months, and I've been testing that sample and that fragrance because it's a bit more expensive. You can get it for 160 or 80, almost 200, almost. But the thing is, it was really a high quality, and the guy, Andy Tower, is making the each of the cologne. This is the rectangular or something
yeah?
like a yeah, like a the sign on the road, or when you have
Okay,
stop, yes, stop sign. And
kind
the
of
thing is
octagon shape.
octagon, yeah, as you mentioned. And it's very green, very light. It easily connects with my personality, and when I spray it, my friend told me it's much more serious. That after 9 years of collecting things, I don't need anything appealing for the people around, because this is appealing scent or appealing fragrance to me for 100%. why I made the decision to buy it. And I want to warn all the people who are influenced by the influencers, today's influencers, because they're try almost to sell uh, every cheap fragrance that is released almost every week, and it's complete nonsense to have such a variety of the almost the same smelling things, and yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the
On
point.
that note, can I say, how can you possibly say you like or you don't like a fragrance if you've never spent any time with it?
And that's
So to
tough.
me, and I'm being respectful to me because I'm an old man, having a piece of paper and spraying it, those pieces of paper and smelling it and saying, hey, do you like the way this smells? Yeah. So what? I mean, so what? That doesn't tell me anything. You know, how is it going to feel on my skin? How do I like it? Is there a dry down? What's going to be the experience? So I don't know. I can't make a decision, but what's true is that you have to spend some time with a fragrance is the best way. Otherwise, you have what fragrance collectors have, and
Sure.
they're all going to hate me. But I just speak the truth. You have bottles on the shelf. That's all you have, are bottles on the shelf with no memories. And they go, well, we have memories. In the 70s and 80s, I was in my 20s and 30s. Are you going to ask me at 73 if I have any memories? My God, I have so many memories, you could never fit them on a shelf, ever. You know, you could take Ramsey, Mitch Rich, Eugene, everybody put all their fragrances together, and they wouldn't have the amount of memories and experiences that I had. I mean, there's just no way, you know. So that was then, this is now. So a lot of these fragrances now, they kind of all smell the same. But and what I feel is that I have something written under.
Yeah.
You can get the same set of fragrances, same set of notes. I'm sorry, and I've
Mhm.
told this by perfumers. You can get the same set of fragrance notes and make a totally different smelling fragrance. So, you know, they may be saying that it's oud and it's not oud, or they say it's rose and violet and it's not rose and violet. It's uh, aldehydes. My God,
Yeah.
I started reading about aldehydes. My God, aldehydes? I thought that was something new. It's all synthetic. It was in Chanel number 5. So I didn't know that. So aldehydes have been around for a long time. And what they do is they really boost the fragrance. I mean, my wife says that they're considered an irritant to the nose. Aldehydes are, you know, they're very, you know, so with these, a lot of these fragrances now that I've smelled, many of them kind of all smell kind of the same. Not bad, but they smell similar, you know.
For somebody, it can be irritating or still smelling the same, or not interesting. It's like the ocean wave or something. It reminds me the freshness. It can remind you the freshness. I mean, aldehydes can remind you the something fresh or icy or
Spark,
ozone.
but I didn't know that it could actually really. I mean, Bijan is that perfume is in your face. The big blast that your nose just goes crazy. I didn't know that's usually. It may be aldehydes that are bringing that big scent out. You know, as far as all these, there's a lot of perfumes that make clones, right?
Hmm.
And
Today.
I always ask myself, why are they making clones of some of the fragrances that I used to wear?
Hmm.
Number one, they're trying to mimic and replicate something that cannot be replicated. You can't replicate something that was made then because the ingredients and everything else was different. Not better, but it was just different. It
It's
just
always worse, but people makes that compromise because there are lots of distracting fragrances around us, still new and new day by day. But they probably try to save money to buy the clone. But you never. I am the person who's not collecting or who giving it up with collecting the clones. I don't care about clones. I don't care about all those Arabian companies, because they're probably it's probably much cheaper to make it there, because they don't have any limits, maybe with taxes, European taxes. So that's why you can get it cheaper there when you travel there and buy the perfume there. But the thing is, I don't care about clones that much, because it always delivers you something that is a copy. It's not original. And 95% it always happened that is worse. It's just, as you said before, it's just a replica of the something
Well,
what was made.
Middle Eastern perfume. Have you bought any Middle Eastern perfumes?
A couple of them, but the copies as well, and middle perfume oils.
Have you heard of Latafa?
Yeah, my girlfriend's got it on a shelf.
Yeah,
And
I bought that cheap woody oud. That's a knockoff of oud wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, whatever. But
And how does it smell?
it smells like oud wood on the first blast. It smells like oud wood, but that's it. There's no depth. There's no this or that.
Yeah.
But for everybody, and this was including me, who talk badly, and I used to buy Middle Eastern fragrances, you folks have to realize that the head perfumer to Guerlain right now does work for Latafa. So in other words, you have Guerlain that's going to bed with Latafa. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but he's doing so. The creative director that's been hired by Guerlain, I've read, has done work for Latafa. And some of their perfumes that they're doing, I mean, they supposedly they're doing pretty good clones or something, because their sales are
rising up, or growing up, going up.
But I bought a clone of Baccarat Rouge that irritated my skin, and I will never touch it again.
That Latafa clone.
Yeah, no, this was
Armaf.
Yeah, Untold.
Untold Armaf. I bought one of the. It was called Milestone by Armaf, and it was completely piercing my nose. It was like something from the stainless steel, and some notes are edgy and piercing, and they're not rounded. They're not pleasant to be together for about 8 hours.
The compositions musically, the compositions that they used to before they would write the music or write the fragrance, is the way they structured it is not the way they don't structure things now. I mean, some of these fragrances are epic. I mean, if they weren't, let's say, no, it's all junk what you're saying now. If what I'm saying is not true, why do they keep on manufacturing brute?
Mm-hmm.
Why do they keep on manufacturing these cheap fragrances? Ted Lapidus you can get for $17. Why do they keep on producing and selling this stuff? Because it sells. Why? Why after 40 some years is that still selling? There must be a reason, because they were iconic. The perfume itself originally was iconic. Chanel, iconic. Shalimar. You want to go get a bottle of vintage Shalimar? My God.
Yeah.
But, I think whether it's classic, whether it's vintage, or even if it's not vintage, I think it's a good thing to have. If you wanted to try a perfume, let's say by Oscar de la Renta, I'd say go out and buy the one that he used to make. It still smells great.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
You have a Davidoff, don't you? You have a bottle of Davidoff.
Don't have. I have Davidoff, Zeno Davidoff. Yeah, I have. Don't have cool water because it's reformulated 60 times, and it has nothing to do with the original cool water 80s. What I've heard.
Well, that's true. That's true. They don't. It's the way they, and plus the perfumer, the way it was blended. We have no idea, because if a perfumer can make rose and violet, put it together and make it smell like something else, and use the same notes to make another perfume, which they do, and it's a different smell, then you never know. A lot
And
of these.
you reminded me a good thing, like the good comparison, when you mention a wrong note, like putting the Duchan's here. Yeah, Oscar de la Renta por Louis is brilliant.
It's
I'm
great.
not,
You should see but that's just for me. Yeah, that's I have a very inexpensive bottle of that, and it's excellent, excellent. Yes, in the 1980s it was great, but still it has that smell, it has that vibe, just like gray flannel and some of these other ones. They do. Some don't, but many of them do. You know, Ted Lapidus I love. My wife loves it too. An inexpensive Milos perfume,
yeah.
not $200 or this and that.
No, it's not. It's not like racing or something. I don't do that things. It's not about how how expensive perfumes, how much expensive, or who's got more expensive perfumes. It doesn't have. It has to be appealing for yourself and your personality. And I completely stop haunting all those perfumes and all those reviewers. I what I wanted to tell to the view. Dushan is typing. Dobro večer. That's fine. Dobre večer is good evening. Yeah. And the scent of the night. Dushan is typing. The scent of the night is Rouge fetish pour homme parfum. It's well-known perfume.
On him, he probably loves it, and it's more power to him. I bought 200 ml bottles of that stuff, two of them. That's
Rouge.
Rouge it up, yeah. I think it was $4.85 each. That was almost $900. The money didn't matter. The thing is, when I bought the cologne,
You have to like it.
I just needed to smell it. It smelled like the incense that reminded me of church when I used to be an altar boy in Catholic school. I'm just being honest. And my wife said, "What are you going to do?" I go, "Well, I'm going to send the other one back. I don't like it at all, but I have to keep the one that I open. If you open it, it's yours." But I didn't like it. But that was my first mistake. I bought something that I had never tried out. Shame on me. Shame on me.
No, it's
You've never
okay.
smelled it before. It's a crapshoot. It is a crapshoot. I mean, vintage is a crapshoot too, because you could get a bad vintage, but at least you know what you're buying. You've smelled the smell. But with these other perfumes, I'm sure it's a great fragrance. But on my skin, on my skin, it doesn't smell like that.
Can you see those? Yeah, those comments. Dushan is typing. I love Bellamy
Tell-
more than Fetish.
Belle Duchamp that I bought and wore Bellamy in 1986, I believe is the year it came out. And in 1986, Bellamy, there's nothing that smells like Bellamy. Fetish does not smell like Bellamy, and Bellamy does not smell like Bellamy. Okay,
Right now, yeah.
No, it does not. But I would still buy it from the Hermes. I would still urge people, please, if you want to smell an iconic scent, absolutely. But
I have that fragrance in the next room, the Bellamy and Bellamy Vetiver, the current version, and I still love it much more, or a bit more than Bellamy Vetiver, because Bellamy Vetiver is more smoothen version and more smooth version, more suedy.
Yeah, and then you have fragrance reviewers and connoisseurs that are going to tell you which is the best Vetiver that's ever been made in the world. Milos, respectfully, if you tell me that, I'm going to say, when I put it on my skin, it smells like crap.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it can.
So it's all subjective, and it's an individual thing. So whether it be Bellamy or anything else, but you got to see, how is it on your skin? How does it come off? I mean, does it smell like furniture polish or bug spray?
Yeah. as we say, yeah, like Aqua di Parma Essenza, it reminded me repellent, so that's why I sold it out.
Yeah. When I got that bottle from, he's not a friend, but this gentleman from Estee Lauder, he
Mhm.
told me, do you or any of your do any of your friends, do you all believe that when you buy a fragrance, when you list the fragrance notes, even if it's Kouros from 1981 or Bellamy from 2019, do you think that we, the perfumers or whoever made this concoction, put down every note that we've put to make this perfume? Do you think we put down everything?
Yeah.
Because if you think that, keep on. There's more notes. I mean,
Yeah.
Bichon had 22 notes in Bichon. I don't know what was in Ylang Ylang, this, that, whatever, you know.
Yeah, you don't need to know
They,
all those things.
yeah, like oud wood, they say does not have real oud in it, but it's called oud wood.
Yeah.
But the guy who blended that perfume blended it well, exquisitely well.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be or it probably wasn't a Tom Ford personally. It was something else hired to make that fragrance. What I've heard.
Tom Ford's the creative director, but he's
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
consumer.
He's not making perfumes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that whole line. He's hiring somebody to
Yeah, so
create.
I have a couple of Dunhill colognes, and the perfumer to those colognes made a couple of perfumes for George Zaharoff.
Mm-hmm. As
But
well.
these perfumes are not $195, but they're still by Dunhill, and they're great perfumes. But it's the perfumer. So in other words, I have a bottle of Corbachat, which is a woman's perfume. The perfumer who made that is the perfumer who made Hermes.
Mm-hmm. I smelled Aramis.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to say about Dunhills, yeah, Dunhills are pretty good and pretty interesting. I tried that Moroccan line with the transparent bottle and that Brandon, okay, brother. Brandon will be.
Is it expensive? How's the mailing for people to mail things from this country to your country? Is it expensive?
Whoa, what do you mention? What brand?
I have a couple of bottles that I'd like to gift to you that I'm never going to use. They're not even open, and they're by Dunhill.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a few bottles of Dunhill. I don't need all those bottles.
Yeah, I've tried probably 2 years ago, or 3 years or 4 years ago, because it was a completely new and fresh, brand new release. The prices were higher, about
About
more
what?
than more than 100 euros probably. But now it's going down to the maybe 80 euros for the special private blend with the transparent bottle and that stainless steel cap.
It's even less. It's even less money here.
Brandon is calling. Brandon, hello, you're in a stream. That's on your phone. Yeah, on my phone. I've sent you a link, and you can join. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Bye now. That's funny. Now you all can see how it goes. Bernard Chand was. Bernard will be coming again.
Aldehydes, yeah, but geez, they really could boost a fragrance to. It's incredible what I've read, what it could do.
StreamYard. I'm sending him a link. And that's here. Rather. It's always good to talk with you more open, more freely about everything about music. And I have a couple of CDs here, jazz CDs, the old CDs that I
Like,
bought in 1999. Tom Kennedy, legendary, Dave Weckl,
oh
uh,
yes,
Dave Weckl, upright bassist, very very good. And those drums are really killing. Recommend that to get that.
by the way, that on your profile on Facebook, I wanted to ask you. I love that picture. with the piano.
It's from Monaco, from Monte Carlo. It's
I thought that when we saw that, my wife says, "Oh my God, is that Milos's studio?"
no,
And
no, 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 no.
she
It's
goes,
it's
I
a club.
go, his fiance plays piano, and she says, maybe that's her piano. I go, my God, this guy's he's probably a rock star in Yugoslavia or in
No, no,
Czechoslovakia.
no. I wish I were. It would be, but
Those drums are amazing.
it's the La Note Blue. It's in translation. It's Blue Note, La Note Blue in Monaco, Monte Carlo,
Oh my God.
and it's the picture that I took
Oh, that's beautiful.
years ago, 7 years ago. But it's
Really?
beautiful,
Oh, it's
beautiful club, and it's online. It's all those gigs and jazz gigs are online on YouTube. La Note Blue. I've sent you one drummer, Nicolas
well, I was listening to it.
and they cruel and they so good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Man.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
you know what I've bought in back in 2012 in England?
God.
What's going on album for £3,
See
just for
that brings tears to my eyes because I know the words to that song and I know what he was talking about then, and it's still true now. You know,
yeah.
it's still
And
true now what he said then, what Marvin Gaye said then. Yeah,
yeah,
brilliant.
and yeah, it's so lovely and
Oh,
so heartful, so meaningful, so full of
oh yeah,
thoughts and timeless. It's a timeless record. And if something on this earth can be called art, that's not only this album, but his thoughts. Yeah, it's so live in even in these days because it's saying something about that situation back in
that's,
'60s.
yeah,
And he was shot by his father. If I
yeah. His father killed him. Yeah, it was terrible.
crazy in 1984,
Yeah,
the
something
year
like
when I was born,
sad,
40 years ago.
sad.
And he was, and I love
I mean,
what I love more old records from '70s than the latest '80s records because it was too disco and too electronic drums instead of the real acoustic instruments. But I love that one.
oh yeah, no, I mean, after listening to you, I can't even listen to. I don't even want to look at electronic drums. I can't look at a Roland. Yeah, there's this weird guy over in Czechoslovakia, man. He has these drums. My friend saw your drums. He goes, "Holy shit!"
And what do you think? What do you think about that? Look at that, Bob Dylan, "Time Out of a Mind" from 1996, and I think it's his. The more old he was, and he sounded much better than in his 30s or in his prime in 60s. Also,
You know
this
what's
is
another good one? If you like that one by Bob Dylan, another one I would strongly suggest to you would be Nashville Skyline.
okay. Thank you
And he's
for.
got the cover and the first song you'll like, and it doesn't sound like Bob Dylan, but Nashville Skyline is one of the big hits of Bob Dylan later on.
I have
Yeah.
to search it for. And are you familiar with this guy who was Jeff Buckley from Tim Buckley, who was drowned?
No, who did he play with, or is that he was by
He was
himself?
the solo artist, but very good looking, very Jeff Buckley,
Yeah.
and
Hold on,
this
let me get a couple of CDs here. Hey, honey, do I have my CDs here?
Al is so good. Oh, if you're familiar with Jeff Buckley, it's legendary guy. People, I strongly recommend you to listen it. It's the original CD. Mhm. No rush, no haste.
Oh, it's okay. What is it? I didn't even listen to these too often.
And it's always good to have the best CDs in my possession. The pity that I take of Simply Red. Oh my, I love I so much adore Simply Red.
What else? I don't listen to these CDs anymore, man.
But don't forget about copyrights, Al. If you
Oh, I'm not gonna put it on. No,
if you turn it on,
no, I'm not gonna turn it on.
okay. I have a couple of legends.
Are you familiar with Boney James,
No,
tenor saxophonist?
no.
Oh
It's
my
good to
God.
know.
You know Kenny G.
Yeah, I know him.
This guy's better than Kenny G. I
Sure.
think he's very good. He's very jazzy, but he's pretty good. Pretty good.
Kenny G's that commercial mm, lift music.
The Beatles. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got all those Beatles CDs. I don't know where are they. From my father.
You know who Cal Jader is? Have you heard of Cal Jader? This
Mm-mm.
is Pancho Sanchez, who's a great conga player.
Yeah, I know him. I know that guy.
Oh, this
Yeah,
right here. Yeah,
Pancho Sanchez.
yeah. So the movie that I told you that Ilana Elise is in that movie.
Hmm.
Have you seen that movie?
No, not yet.
It's called Calle 54.
Kaya, yeah, 50, 54.
You need to watch that because my drumming friend, towards the end, you're going to see one of the last performances by Tito Puentes.
Tito Puentes, I know him.
He's dressed, yeah, he's dressed in a white suit, white hair, but it's towards the end of his life.
I remember him, the
Seven,
timbale guy.
he had like not 7 or 8 timbales, and there's some other percussionists and drummers there in that movie. But it is spoken in Spanish, in Castilian Spanish, unfortunately. But Ilana Elise is in there, and so is Gato Barbieri. Do you know who he is? He played the song called Europa by Santana. He's an Argentine saxophone.
Europa. Yeah, Europa, I remember.
Okay, well, you got to hear that on sax; it'll blow your mind. But yeah, so those people, that movie there, I think you'll like a lot better than one of his social club, because here it has a lot more music by groups. You know, Dizzy Gillespie. What's
Oh,
this?
yeah, easy. This is a Nick Drake, semi-acoustic player from England, legendary. He had so much depression and taking a pills, and he died at the age of 25 or so. And he's very well known in England, not so much worldwide known, but I highly recommend to anybody who is really into the music. But
Yeah, when I hear you, because my mind just goes crazy. I'm too old. When you said Dizzy Gillespie,
yeah, I remember Dizzy Gillespie, the legend, the hamster cheeks.
okay, listen to this. The man who you're going to see at the start of Calle 54 is a trumpet player. He's the one who put the movie together. And he's speaking in Spanish, right? So I can understand him because, so he's speaking in Spanish to the interviewer. And he goes, yeah, remember, when we were in this section of New York where I used to live at, yeah, Dizzy Gillespie used to come downstairs in the basement and practice with my father. So the guy who put on this movie, I mean, you got to listen to the music that's on there. But Dizzy Gillespie was friends with his father. My God,
Oh, crazy!
What are your thoughts about Fruyo? Oh, hold on for a second. Let me answer that.
I will bring that. I even not familiar with that. Oh, Incense Rose is bloody beautiful. To me, it's much more interesting, not well known like L'air du Désert Marocain. This is much more interesting to me, and I'm glad that I decided to buy this, the Incense Rose. And
Sean's asking me, what are your thoughts on Fruyo? Here's Fruyo.
mhm.
It doesn't come close to the vintage, and it's pretty much beast mode fragrance. But yeah, I would still suggest for people to try it. And Eugene, I gave a bottle of this to Eugene in Canada.
Oh, Frugo.
Wait a minute. You're going to come out with a perfume and you've never smelled this? He goes, no, I'm not familiar with that one. So I sent it to him, I don't know. He told me he first liked it. But it's really potent, man. This thing,
And Al, you're so kind. You
well, I
give
just have to
me
have
a free bottle, and you
I
post.
yeah, because I bought so much stuff, and if I'm not going to use it, I'm not going to use it. Like I still have some bottle of Canisi 10, but it was not at the top of my list. But I had an extra bottle that I bought, and I never used it. I'm never going to use it, So so I just gifted it to Brandon, But yeah, I don't have a lot, but I have a few bottles that are not. I'm never going to open them up. But if it's so expensive to mail it, if it costs more to mail it than what the bottle costs, then it's not worth for me sending it. I sent a bottle of to my friend in Canada, and the company sent it back because they said they couldn't deliver it because they thought it was.
Sometimes it happens. And what I sent Song of the Night, Led Zeppelin, Kashmir. I love that song. And John,
Yeah.
what do you think about John Bonham? How do you feel him? And
Who?
John Bonham, from the drummer from Led Zeppelin.
Okay, not. I'm not familiar. I saw Led Zeppelin. I saw Cream. I don't remember. I mean, I barely remember seeing. I saw Madonna in Mountain
And
View.
you see Led Zeppelin live.
I think
That
I saw
is-
Led Zeppelin live twice. They came to the Fillmore West. Bill Graham, the guy who had the Fillmore West, he had a club in New York, and he's the one who put on Woodstock. And yeah, he would bring. I was Deep Purple, Jethro Tull. I was watching Jethro Tull playing his flute with a microphone, and I didn't even know who it was. And my buddies, they told me that's an English musician. I go, well, what do I know? I didn't know.
We have a message from Lane here. Look far.
Guys,
How are you all? All of you. Get to see you all. You're the best. He's the best. He's legend. And I'm so glad we can be connected in a minute.
talking to old people, but our connection is, I hate to tell you this, our connection, as far as I'm concerned, was the music. As soon as I saw your drums, and then when I saw you play, I go, oh my God, this guy's good.
No.
My God.
I had to get to that level years, and it took me more than 25 years. It's almost a quarter of century.
But it's fun. It's fun. It's fun.
I started at the age of 12 at the middle school because the teacher gave me an opportunity to play in front of the whole class.
My parents were strict. When I was 13 years old, the Beatles came out. I wanted to drum. I used to have these little congas downstairs, and my mom said, listen, I don't want to hear that noise. I go, I was thinking of getting some drums. You're not going to get no drums. So hey, it's not funny. Hey, my dad was a doctor. He could afford to buy me anything. So I used to have when I was 12, 13 years old, my congas with two sticks.
Yeah.
And I was playing to She Loves You, yeah. More, all that song, all those songs I would play, but I never did take lessons. My friend was a drummer, and he let me sit behind the throne a couple of times, and he goes, well, you got rhythm. I mean, you can do the hi-hats and the bass drum and this and that. You know how to move around, but it takes more than that.
Beatles was the first band that I've heard. What I remember, at the age of 3, my father gave me the tape records, or he recorded from the vinyl. He put it from the vinyl to the tape records for before the sleep, and he put it into the cassette player.
Yeah.
For every evening before my sleep.
Yeah.
So since
They
the
were such they were such a glue to my life. And one of the saddest days as a grown man to me was when John Lennon was killed. I mean, John Lennon to
uh,
me, Beatles, but John Lennon, his writing, his music, his lyrics. I mean, I know the songs by heart. You don't forget the songs, and he was just too much, And
my father told me that because it was 4 years before or I was born, and my father was saying the same thing. He was starting almost. It was like the world has stopped that day, and it was
yeah,
like
it's
Jesus
terrible.
was crucified, or that
Yeah,
it was something
yeah.
strong, and he really meant something for not only for that generation of 60s and 70s. He really connected people and with all those thoughts. And Lennon is he's timeless genius. He was Jesus of he was Jesus of 20th century. If I
Just
feel
listen
that way.
just listen to the lyrics of Imagine.
Oh
Imagine
Christ,
a
it's
country.
it's
Everything that he talks about there about war. Imagine there's no war. It's easy if you can, but look at he writes all that stuff and look at this. Look at the world we're in right now. There's wars going on,
it's the
and
strongest lyrics that
and he
I've
was talking
heard
about
in my life till these days. I haven't heard anything better than the lyrics of nothing that moves me with that much with every single word than Imagine lyrics.
yeah. It's great. The him and McCartney got together.
My entire life, almost 40 years. Lane is typing. I like the Beatles. They were good. I love all music. I really embrace it all. But my favorite singer of all time was Ray Price. Now he was great. His voice was amazing. I want to mention, and we didn't mention it at all. I want to remember the great band of 80s that not so many people are mm, aware of that. But Al will be Al is coming from the same town that is San Francisco, and the band from legendary band and the singer from 80s that I want to mention it right now is Steve Perry from Journey.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You're familiar with that "Don't Stop Believing" and the Journey and Lights. Lights is
So
about
like
San Francisco.
with Journey, I remember when Greg Rowley, who sang Black Magic Woman for Santana, he was part of the
Journey, previous lineup of Journey.
right. Well, Neil Schon, who was the youngest guy, and Greg Rowley, who was the keyboard player for Santana, started Journey.
Yeah,
Then afterwards, Greg Rowley left, and then Steve Perry came on. But yeah, that was all Santana. Uh, I remember when they were transitioning, when they left, when Santana dismantled the group. That's why Abraxas Pool is such a great album because it's everybody in the rhythm section except Carlos, but Neil Schon does all the guitar playing.
my favorite Beatles songs. What are your favorite Beatles songs?
Oh,
There are too many. They are come together, and my favorite song from Paul McCartney is "The Long and Winding Road." Also, beautiful lyric about Vietnam War.
his first album when he left, when the Beatles, that was his first album, The Long Riding Road. Yeah,
Yeah, or Ram.
it's his
Yeah,
first solo album, I believe.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the lyrics, words.
Or Ben on the Run. I love that song. And there are too many. And from the rock and roll era or that times, I like Night Before or yeah, Ticket to Ride.
Yeah.
Not so much Hard Day's Night because everybody knows Hard Day's Night because it was worldwide hit.
As soon as you say Ticket to Ride, and I must be a drummer. The first thing I think about is the beat. boom, boom. There, the way it starts out, you know.
Yeah. That beat, Jesus Christ, it's legendary because it's syncopation. It's not the straight rhythm.
The way it's, you know, the way they started, yeah, it's amazing, you know. But one of our best lyricists here in America is I believe is Stevie Wonder.
For sure. I forgot completely to mention him. Stevie Wonder is, yeah, like, isn't she lovely? On all those hits
When
are timeless masterpieces.
timeless masterpieces. But see, when we would buy an album, not to bore you, but when we would buy not a CD but a vinyl,
Yeah, vinyls.
yeah, which is what I'm going to be spinning on Saturday. Is going to be vinyls for the most vinyl. We would not pick out a song. We would listen to the whole side and then flip the record over and listen to the whole album.
I remember those days because
That's the way we're going to do it. We're
I
not going
was
to be
doing it in my childhood. Yeah, I was doing that thing in my childhood. I remember that, just turning that vinyl and then continue and go on with the half of the rest of the album. And the thing, and what I especially love, if I can mention the Beatles again, is the "And I Love Her" from Paul McCartney, "And I Love Her" from the Hard Day's Night album. That bossa nova, it was the first bossa nova type of thing. And who is here again? He's coming here again.
How about
¿Cómo
Hello.
estás, muchacho?
hey,
Ciao,
what's up?
muchachos. Brilliant greetings.
Is that Brandon? Let me take off my glasses. Let me see. Oh, damn, it is, man. What's up, man?
¿Cómo estás, hermano?
Aquí pasándola, gozándola, man. I'm going to be DJing on Saturday, man.
Buenas noches.
Super
What?
Bowl, a Super Bowl party, man, with an
No
80s
way.
flag. By the way, we have a sign outside. Dancing is mandatory. In other words, if you don't dance, don't even bother to come inside the club. Don't bother.
Okay.
That's it, baby. Yes, we're going to be doing Madonna. We're going to be doing Prince.
George Michael,
I
all those
wish I was
classic.
there for that.
George Michael, you damn right, man. Yeah, all of it, man. Yes.
Jesus.
And plus, I'm hoping that our team is going to win, the 49ers. I hope.
A nice one. They've chosen the right DJ.
I'm with you.
Look, only 1 hour. That's all I get is 1 hour. Then somebody else takes over. But yeah. So what's up, Brandon?
We've been talking about musics and how the music or it can share you some memories and brings you some memories connected with perfumes as well. Or we want to ask the viewers if perfume can brings you or transport you to some places or to be connected with some people. What's that?
It's Taboo by Donna.
Something new. 80s classic. That's cool. You know that.
I've had this for a little while now.
Here it goes.
And it's super waxy. It's super waxy.
And when are we gonna wear it?
I've been wearing it. Look at the dent.
What?
Look at the dent I've put it in.
Baby,
I've been wearing it.
Sweetheart, with the memories and experience I have, you couldn't even fit it in a bottle now. The dent of the liquid. But now it's going to go on the shelf, right?
No, it's out, man. It's on the coffee table.
It's on the whatever, man. Bottles on the shelf, bottles on the coffee table. I used to put them on my body. Al, you're too old. What's that?
That's Soundgarden. If you all remember Chris Cornell from '90s, who was hanging himself late recently, 5 years ago. Soundgarden, like Pearl Jam. Soundgarden, like the grunge from Seattle.
Yeah, see, so I never was into Pearl Jam, that type of music, or Bon Jovi.
Me neither.
No, it's the way. Basically, I grew up with Latin American music. Basically.
That energy of '90s was like kind of saying something like be individualistic.
Oh yes, yes, they were
Telling
all.
or and then Brendan, we will be coming back to with the topic and what we've mentioned before. And this is from £3, maybe bought in 2012. It's
What is that? Is
Carol
that Madonna?
Carol King, the New York singer of Jason Taylor, or from 70s,
Saw her.
1971.
Taylor. I saw James Taylor. Saw her. Saw Donovan.
And it's Carol King Tapestry, the legendary.
You know what? You know what I wished, Milos? I wish you would have been with me like in 1970, 1969, going to the Fillmore West, watching, let's say, Jefferson Aeroplane, Janis Joplin, Santana, Mike Shreves getting off of his throne and going and to play drums with Jerry Garcia and the Grateful Dead. And then that drummer going over there because they had two drummers. The Grateful Dead had two drummers, and they were all jamming around. I wish you could have been there to see that because that was definitely completely improvised by
Yeah, I
these.
only saw it on TV, on YouTube, back in.
Yeah.
And they're crazy till these days. It's legendary. It was the time of the who's here private.
My
So-
wife said it was sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
It was.
But when they say sex, drugs, and rock and roll, it was the rock and roll, it was the music, the promiscuity, yes. That's what it was. But that I tell to everybody, and that's why I get so emotional. We've replaced that with eating and drinking alcohol. That's what we've replaced it with.
Eating and drinking.
Why would I want to go to Las Vegas? Been there a dozen times. Now to go to Las Vegas? Why? I am a visual learner, and I'm also at 73 a visual observer.
Mm-hmm.
So I see what people are doing or not doing. If they're paying attention, if they're not paying attention, been there and did that, But in Vegas, what they're doing is eating and drinking. There's nothing else.
Yeah, nothing else. And
They had Michael Jackson going on one day. They were playing "Beat It" really loud with a football game on with the sound turned down, and everybody's drinking in Vegas on the Strip at the Bellagio, getting drunk. What excitement is there in that? I mean, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't see it.
Right.
But that's just
absolutely right. And Lane is typing. I also ordered the record all the way from UK. It's Cher Heart of Stone album, and it's awesome. I love that album. Adore that album completely. Heart of Stone is very good album from Cher. And Brendan, and we've been talking about the 2 days perfumery, how they release every still same linear generic smelling designer perfumes every 2 weeks, and how it's not possible to be connected with that perfume, because if you smell it only for 2 seconds on a bladder, you cannot be connected with that perfumes. Back in those days,
the influencers, you guys have ruined it, because now the companies are bringing out fragrances because you people are asking for it. What's your new fragrance? What's your next fragrance? What's your next fragrance?
I'm trying not to do that, even not to do the top 10 of that, because it's maybe better to make.
Listen, Al.
Go on.
I'm not an influencer, man. I'm far from that.
It's what?
I'm not an influencer. I'm far from that. But what I am is a person who displays their tastes, and people just like to buy into that.
Yeah, but let me say one thing, okay? Because my wife, she told me, Al, you're talking about stuff that people are not interested anymore. And then she gave me the big bomb. Al, tell Brandon that in 70s and 80s, you were in your 20s and 30s, and collecting fragrances was not a thing. You were going out dancing and romancing, but you didn't have bottles on the shelf. And whatever you had in bottles, you were familiar with whatever scent you had. I mean, one day I didn't want to go out because I was out of gray flannel. Can you believe that? I was out of gray flannel and I didn't want to go out. It's just something that I got used to. But people, like they're saying, here's the thing. Hey, baby, ooh. Hey, baby, what's that fragrance you have on? I never heard that from anybody. Ooh, baby, what's that fragrance you have on? We were judged, Brandon and Milos. We were judged by the way we looked, by the way we presented ourselves. That's what we were judged by. You know, if I was Pee Wee Herman and I had your vintage Sycomore on, you think I was going to turn heads? Really? We're visual people first. If you don't have any attractive qualities, say it, Al. You ain't going to get laid. You ain't going to meet people. And that's what we did then.
I wanted to say
that's still what we did then. Now they're what they do now is they're eating.
It still goes on. I think it still goes on, and it's still nothing has changed. It's still the same. But some of the influencers trying to be too flashy to have the biggest collection, but it's not the about the how many things you have, but what do you use and what you like so much that you come back every day to pick that fragrance.
Yeah. And it's not the quality of the fragrance, it's how the fragrance sits on my skin. And if it smells like crap, I am not going to put on Sycomore or Corona or anything else on my skin. I'm not going to do that. You know,
I agree with
I
that.
don't feel comfortable with the fragrance. But you're talking to someone who's used fragrances longer than you guys have been alive. Longer than you've been alive. And in the era of the 70s and 80s, I mean, those fragrances, they were potent and this and that. But like I said, we never put bottles on the shelf. And I'm guilty. After 25 years, I started watching fragrance channels 4 years ago. And my wife says, why are you buying these fragrances? Well, Milos, he just got that Aqua di Gio, and he just got this, and I got to try that, and I got to try this. And I just started buying this, that. And then what? Oh, I have the money. I started buying Rouge Dove.
Me too. I spent so much money on that. So I feel
if it would have been a good experience with those fragrances, I would still be wearing them today. But now I buy fragrances today. Now I buy fragrances for myself. And now I have the attitude at my age. I don't care. I don't care if you and Brandon don't like the way I smell. I don't give a care. I could care a crap. But when I was in my 70s, when I was in my 20s and 30s, going out to the going out to the Hotel St. Francis, going up to the Oz, to the penthouse, where you had to pay $15 to get in the 1980s, we were dressed to the hilt. You know, this perfume stuff is, now they're coming out with so many perfumes that they can't even sustain themselves, man.
And that's one of them. And look at that name.
The name. How is it on your skin? How does it sit on your skin? Does Andrea want to get closer to you, or does she say, "Whoa, man, get away from me. You smell like piss"?
She said it about Guerlain Vetiver, but no, she liked it a bit. How of that? And it's really difficult because when she were starting to the understand to the more difficult fragrances, or the amount of the fragrances and the different smelling things, she could dive into that. And you have to understand that it's like reading the book. It's not when you and the protein. Who's the protein? I don't that guy, but welcome to somebody's here. I don't know who's that, but somebody's.
Does anybody on YouTube or any of the reviewers, any connoisseurs, do any of you people, Brandon, any of you people, do you know how to combine notes? Like a chemical engineer. Do you know how to take the rose and the violet note, and do you know how to chemically put those together? We don't.
Yeah, buddy.
Eugene,
who's out here?
What's happening? How'd you get Djokovic on your stream, bro?
Djokovic is here. Oh,
What's going on, boys?
What's up, Eugene? What's up?
Good
Everything
time.
is up. Everything. Look at the sky.
Yeah.
Sky is up. I am up. Everybody is up. What's happening, Al Manzano?
Nothing. Living the life.
You're rubbing your hands like you're counting your money.
I am getting my money. Yeah.
That's
do
the
that too.
energy.
Hey, all I have to say is, Apple. I love Apple. That's all.
Another strong energy comes
Leave
with.
it at that. I love Apple.
Let's all count our money.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
What's up, Brandon?
No.
Yeah,
What's up,
fine.
Milos?
What are
Yeah.
you guys smoking?
What?
What are you guys smoking?
Sour diesel.
Oh, is that weed? Is that marijuana?
It's I don't know, Brandon. Is it marijuana?
No,
What is it? It's not.
It's
It's
something to-
like dried onions and dried mushrooms and garlic all rolled up inside of a
yeah,
cigarette.
it's something the witches gave him.
It's very
Really?
natural. The natural blend.
Yeah, it's something the witches gave him.
What does that do? What does that do for you guys?
What does it do?
Yeah, I have.
You know- You know
I have
how
a-
you feel when you play tennis?
No. How
Yeah,
do I feel? I
excited,
know how
happy.
I know how I feel when I make love, but when I play tennis, no, I don't know. I'm great.
Yeah.
Good
Thank you.
to see you,
for-
man.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Guys, we caught Eugene in the wild.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hello. I'm on my way to the gym. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
work.
I was about to ask.
How's
Did
your
you get it in today yet?
Thank you for taking time.
How's your,
Summer parking lot.
how you working out? How's it going?
It's going great, man. Lifting weights, heavy weights every day, doing some cardio.
Really?
And stuff. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. So I know how you feel like when you talk about tennis, like the adrenaline it gives you, the dopamine, the feel good. I guess
Eugene, I've been doing it since I was 8. I'm 73. I have no idea what you're talking about. How it makes you feel. In other words, I have felt like this all my life then? Is that what you're saying? No, I've had some really bad times, man.
No, I'm not. No, I'm saying when you go in to play tennis at that moment, I'm sure we all go through bad times. We all go through that wave, that up and down. But when you're playing tennis, when you
Eugene,
yeah,
Eugene, get your phone off of something. You're covering your mic.
Yeah. Now it's better.
I gotta hold it.
Yeah.
hold it. How's everybody doing?
Okay. We're fine, and we're so thankful you're come to
I'm
the.
so happy you're here.
I'm glad I'm here too. I just
Hey,
came to
I
say.
noticed you shaved. You were growing your beard, but now you're shaved. That looks good.
He's a sexy boy.
Yeah, this is my favorite state. Like I love being clean shaved. So
Okay.
when I'm in the beard, it's like I feel like I'm in my angry phase. You know, it's a reflection of what I'm feeling inside.
You know
When you
what?
have-
The old man has to interject. In the 70s and 80s, the women used to like, respectfully, Brandon, clean-shaven men. They used to.
You know what? The feedback I get now is the women
what
they
would I
love the
know?
beard.
What would I know?
The women love the beard. They want me to keep the beard.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's not me. It's not my preferred expression. I love clean shaven.
Al, if you notice that new trends, why all the guys are with big beards, big beards, and all those things. It really sorry for that. And the thing is, they really like more covered guy with the at least with the
Yep.
the small beards.
Who told you this?
Beards look great. They look great.
You know when beards got popular, the shady beard, there was one individual who got that popular, then everybody ruined it. Andre Agassi blew it. Everybody blew it. But the first person who did that correctly was George Michael. The way he used to grow, he had
That's
his
right.
then
Yeah.
afterwards he got the goatee. But I'm saying when he was first right out of Wham when he had that beard like that, light like that, women used to, what they told me, they used to love that look, you know. But your look is good. My wife's friend says that she says that Milos looks like Tom Ford. She likes the way Milos. That's what she said. She said, "Look like you."
Yeah, I can see it.
You remind her of Tom Ford. She said.
Yeah, I thought I looked like a Steve Jobs with a bald head or shaven head.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah. I've had hair, but yeah, I've started receding it. And Eugene looks pretty good, both of as we want, without
so
either without beards and or with small beards, not like that forest man with a big beard, but
The lumberjack beard.
Yeah, like when I was growing up, when I was 20 in my 30s, I seldom saw bald guys, but now everybody's bald and they have beards, you know, right? It's all opposite, except for me. I mean, I can go 3 days and not shave. But
Eugene, you are our Belle in George Clooney's body. Dushan is typing that.
Dushan is our beautiful soul.
Yeah,
Yes.
he is.
Are you still
lick the stream? Lick the stream.
Lick the stream for Eugene and all, and Brandon, for each of us gathered around with the same energy.
What's everyone?
Milos, you got to come up and play your drums, man. We want to hear some music, man. We want to hear you just get on those skins, man.
This guy wants to make me go jujitsu now.
Yeah, go smash the drums, bro. Wake up the neighbors.
Yeah, I don't have them in my apartment here. I have them in rehearsal room, like 10 kilometers, like 10 minutes from here, in my friend's warehouse.
You smash the drums, and Manzano will get giddy on his keyboards, and Brandon can sing.
Yeah,
we can make a band together for sure, and you too.
The band is back.
Eugene, I wanted to thank you for
stopping by,
giving some love to Danim. He loves your fragrance to death.
I know. He's reminded me 1,000 times. I love it. Like,
I mean, this guy, he'll start talking about some things, and they ask him about your fragrance. Some girl, they go, "Oh no, this is different. This is." He goes on and gives a dissertation on the rose. Your fragrance.
Yeah. The rose. Let excuse.
You got to have him. He's your good ambassador, man. He promotes that more than
Abstraits.
He keeps talking about coming on, and the link is always available. I don't know what he's waiting for. Maybe he needs an invitation or something. He wants to come on and do a live stream. I'm always dropping the link. The link is available. Like, if the link is there,
you always.
But I mean, unless you're Thierry Vasset or Antoine Lee, I don't really do invitations. My streams are random. I don't even know when I'm streaming. So when the link is there, take it. Take the link.
Yeah, me too. We're just talking 10, 15 minutes before, just improvising and telling, but we're not preparing everything. We're just letting it go. And that's how it goes.
It's bad because you're going to get creepy guys or dumb guys like me who make asses out of themselves, like me in the past. And it's better. No, it's true, Eugene. It's better. And Eugene knows that it's better to, have it more if you're a moderator, it's tough doing a live stream because you never know what people are going to say. And they might say things that are not meaningful. Right. So,
problem to moderate your own stream. You can just boot off whoever is not like getting along, right? It's not hard to do. It's just to push the button. But
hey, Eugene, how's your shaving? Are you still using Noxzema?
I am. That's a great tip, man. Still using Noxzema, bro. What I do is I come. It's that blue. It comes in the blue jar. It's got healing properties too, eh? I feel like it cleans my skin.
Not only that, but if you, like, for example, after I shave and do all this stuff, I go take a shower. I don't put anything on, but if you're shaving, if you're not in a hurry to go out, I would just let it sit there. Let the cream just sit on your skin. Don't
I
wipe
do.
any of it.
So what I do is I put some on before a shower, and I let it soak in the shower for about a couple of minutes. While I'm taking the shower, I wash my hair, and then I'll wash that off. I'll get out of the shower and I'll put a fresh coat on, and that way it really softens up the bristles, and it just shaves right
I mean,
off.
your skin's probably rougher than mine, but nevertheless, now me, I have extremely oily skin, and I mean,
Yeah.
my nose, Eugene. At nighttime, I put on a cosmetic clay on my nose. It's that oily.
Yeah,
Within 5, yeah. So, you know, maybe that's why I don't look like 90 years old.
that's right.
I will next year. It's all going to go to, but no, the skin has a lot to do with it. But you know, my skin routine I've done for the last 30 years. I didn't just start cleaning. You know,
You
I
should
wash
do
my.
you should do a skincare routine for men channel on YouTube.
Yeah, I was told that I should do that, but nah.
He wants to remain evasive.
You can do like a late night talk show.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to shave in front of everybody and see me shave, get a towel, go like this, dry it off, and don't put anything on.
Do one of
Because
those.
soon as I see that cologne, that alcohol, and you guys do this shit, I go, my God, that's a skin, man. That is a skin irritant, you know. But so hey, how's the perfume going, man? How's the sales? How many do you have?
Really, really, really good, man. Just sold one right before I came on. I can see like it shows up in the notifications.
But how many colognes? I mean, how many different scents do you have now? You only had one.
No, there's three. There's three released, and we're working on two more. So
Brilliant.
I think one will be out later this year, and then we'll save one for next year.
Okay.
And I know, yeah, you have plenty of work to every day to give all those samples to the world.
Yeah, there's always something to do. Always something to do. There's always somebody getting in touch and emails and notifications. I wasn't expecting all of this, you know?
Yeah, it's still growing, and yeah.
Yeah. No, but the amount of people that
Hmm?
you need to talk to, right?
Yeah.
And it's like every single day. Yeah, that's new. That's I wasn't expecting all of that. Like just not something I ever thought of, but it's just part of it just comes with the territory, right?
Yeah. And I think, yeah, one day it will come that you probably stop your day work, and you'll be completely focused on doing all those things,
Yeah.
and emails and orders and purchases.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, that is.
It's only a matter of time.
Wishing you all the best.
So
And
what's
my favorite is the Sanders, and thank you for sending me all those samples. And the Sanders is completely my thing. I like that. I like that greenness and freshness or something. Bob Lyndon Erlington is liking something.
My favorite is La Deluxe
Eugene?
Kiss.
I heard that you like this one, Eugene. The
What is that?
Bottega.
Bottega
Is
Veneta
that for men or for women?
for women.
Your favorite?
Yeah, that's the leather. That's a beautiful perfume.
Agree.
Very light, very mild.
And it's
mild?
discontinued now. It's
Well, I mean,
discontinued
it's
now.
glossy, it's earthy, it's you know, but it's the patchouli and the oak moss that's in there, and the leather. However,
I
they
love the
make.
spices.
Yes.
Green, spicy, earthy, patchouli.
It really was
Patchouli.
something
That's gorgeous perfume.
very interesting from today's or recent perfumery, designer perfumery, and only one of the few good things from designer perfumery that is discontinued now. What a shame.
Look at the light coming in behind Brandon. He looks angelic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He looks like an angel, Brandon.
Yeah.
No, you're the angel, baby.
That angel wings behind you.
Angel Buddha. And he always reminded me Apollo Creed a bit. With that mustache, that looking. And are you familiar with what happened to the actor of Apollo Creed now, Carl Weathers?
He passed away recently, didn't he?
Yeah. Few days
Yes.
ago or last Saturday.
Exactly.
It was popping up on the internet in the morning, Saturday's morning or Sunday morning.
People die, man.
Yeah, right. Everybody dies.
We're all gonna die, but how we get there,
Witches don't.
and I'll say it, witches, forget about witches.
Are we on this one tonight, eh?
Yeah, tonight. We'll see
Tonight.
you guys at the witching hour.
At the witching hour.
It's the
3
good
a.m.
one. I love that. I try that because I had a possibility to try all of them. Where you're going, you Jane?
What's
Going
that?
to get big.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to work out. I'm gonna go into the gym.
Okay, right now.
Get that shit.
So thanks for stopping by. Enjoy
Yeah,
your.
thanks for letting me in. I'll
Yeah,
see you guys later, man. Have a great stream.
always a
Like,
pleasure.
Love you, brother.
All right, guys. Love you guys back. Have a good one.
Enjoy your gym time.
All right.
Bye now.
See ya.
Ciao.
See ya. Brilliant to to hear him. That-
We're all getting old, Brandon. I told this. Everybody is getting old, and everybody's gonna die, right? But
yeah.
how you get there is optional. Okay? How you get there is optional. That's all I'm saying.
Drum roll. Nice one.
Definitely drum roll.
Optional. Yeah, optional. That's the word.
Yeah.
Word of the day. Yeah.
Yes,
Be
definitely.
buried in Italy.
For example, I've never been a member of a gym ever in my life. I've never worked out at a gymnasium. I've never done that ever in my life. Never have done that. Why do I want to go to a smelly gym and smell other guys that are stinky smelling? What? Or show off what? I want to show off to Brandon? No, man. I want to show off to women. I don't want to show off to Brandon or to Milos.
Why not? Show off to me.
What's that about? No. I mean, what the heck, man?
Yeah, I also like.
I never was member. I didn't want to go and sweat. I got my easy curl bar that I've had here that I use. So I do weights, and martial arts did that. Binder did that. I don't want to bring down anybody Okinawan style. I don't want to do that anymore. But hey, I did all that crap, But
What
I'm saying,
martial arts did you do, man?
what Taekwondo. The only thing that I'm interested in is staying healthy, taking care of my health. I'm slowing down, Brandon. We slow down. I'm not 5'10" anymore. I was almost 5'10". I'm about 5'8.5" now. I mean, that's, but I don't weigh 110, 190 pounds or 200 pounds. I weigh 151, 152. And I watch that. I watch if I go up to 154. I watch that. So I watch my weight. I watch that. I have a skin routine I've done for almost 40 years. I don't know anybody who has skin routines. Not guys that I know of. Don't. And then they wonder why they have this, that, or what's going on. I don't know. You are what you eat. I'm not I don't think I know anything about nutrition. I don't know anything about the fragrances, about notes. I mean, if you put, like I told Brandon, if you would put sandalwood in front of me, I wouldn't know what it is, or jasmine. But if I smell Shalimar or your vintage fragrance, I'm sure it would be. I would be breathless. It would be beautiful, but I couldn't tell you.
It would bring back memories.
Yeah, and you know what it is, Brandon? The genius here, my wife, she tells me, read from the School of Medicine. Smell and language do not have any are two different things. Smell is on the right part of your hemisphere, and that's on the other side. So you can't put into language. In other words, Brandon,
smell is something abstract. Like
saying, I have a blind person. Okay, Milos, I have a blind person here, Milos. I'd like for you to describe the color of red to that blind person. How are you going to do that? You can't do that.
Red,
How are you going to describe color to a blind person,
Yeah,
you know.
and
And
it's never able to
my wife
see the
says
They can
colors.
smell.
about perfume. If what Brandon puts on and he smells and he loves it, you know, that has nothing to do with somebody else picking up that same bottle. They're not going to have Brandon's experience. They're not going to. And plus, if it's something that he really loves, it's probably something that probably, I'm using as an example, that sits on his skin that he really enjoys that much. It's his own DNA. That's Brandon. That's him. That's how it comes off. That's how it sits on his skins. That's why he likes it. That's why he loves it. And that's why he buys it. That's why he wears it. But this, you know, these other things were, you know, like I say, fetish. God, I felt like throwing it away, but I didn't want to throw away $500. It stunk like a church, you know. But shame on me. I didn't know. I didn't know that perfumes had changed. I never heard of reformulation till
What drew you into Roja Dove?
what?
What drew
Watch
you into Roja Dove?
I listened to him. I listened to him before he was fat. I'm sorry, he's a pig now. I'm sorry. People
Yeah,
like
Roger.
sorry
Roger.
people that call themselves. My wife tells me to shut up. I don't. I don't. You know, once you let go of yourself, I don't have any respect for people who are out of shape. Forget it. You know, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. He's made all that money. He's just like he's up there. You know.
Roger Dove.
You know.
I even don't know. Yeah, I
Let's
remember
let everyone out in here.
one video from 2015
Damn.
with him, but I don't know how it's. How,
I had a
how it
I got
looks
a guy
like now.
and this guy tells me that he's making counterfeits. And I go, I beg your pardon? Roja Dove? I mean, whatever his name is, Richard Butt, whatever his name is. No, I mean, he's a perfumer. He goes, yeah, he's a perfumer that got trained or was with Guerlain. He's an English guy that came from England, born in England, and went to, and he does good inspirations of the stuff that they did before. Like supposedly fetish is like Bellamy. There we go again, Brandon. They're trying to mimic what was once made, and they can't do it because every time they try to mimic and make a clone of what you have in your possession, Brandon, what do, Brandon? They fail.
Yeah.
That's why Brandon has why do you have the vintage Brandon of that particular perfume? Why would? Because it is the real thing, and that's a counterfeit. That's a counterfeit. That's plus the notes, plus everything else. But
It's always the best to not try to replicate thing or to do.
Let's innovate. Innovate. Show us your creativity. Show us why we should invent into you. Create your own identity, like Eugene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eugene didn't do it. He's not the perfumer. The perfumer.
But he did have a lot of input in everything.
That's all talk. I'm going to be the one who's
talk.
I'm going to be the one who's going to blend.
He's giving the okay.
I'm
giving the okay.
Oh, that's okay. He's giving the okay. Yeah. But the one who puts the person, the woman or the man who puts that concoction together and who blends all those fragrances together and who puts all those aldehydes together and ups the fragrance, we don't know about that. I've talked to a chemical engineer who tells me you people in perfumes know this much about what it takes to make a perfume. Zero.
Right. Eugene innovates because knowledge was transferred during every process for every perfume release. And he gave the okay and everything. Samples were sent over. He said, make a change, make this change, make that change, make this change. And within that process, Eugene was actually being educated.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
it's a win-win.
it's nothing against
I'm not saying that Eugene created the perfumes. By all means, he did not. But he did basically direct them.
Yeah.
And within that direction, he innovated.
My wife says, Al, you're pushing buttons. Like Tom Ford. What did Tom Ford do with oud wood? Did he give the inspiration to what's his name, who did to Richard, the guy who did the oud wood?
Yeah, because oud wood wasn't made, and any perfume wasn't made by Tom Ford. He's creative director, but he always hires somebody to do. And even Eugene always, or also,
I've never smelt an iris like Bellamy. Never, ever. That was pure innovation. I have to give it to him. I've never smelled an iris like Bellamy ever.
Now remember, I'm going to watch myself. He's talking about Brandon is talking about a fragrance that was launched. What year was it launched, Brandon?
Which year? Which
Bellamy.
one are you talking about?
Bellamy. When I started teaching tennis at Stanford University, I was that age. What year was that? 1986.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm referring to Bellam. From
Belam,
Massachusetts.
Eugene's new release.
Wait. I've
I,
never smelt an Irish like that. I'm sorry. No, I'm not talking about Bellamy from vintage Hermes. No, no, no. Those are two completely different perfumes.
are you talking about the iris?
There's
Yes, the Irish
an
in
Irish.
Bellam, I've never smelt anything like that. That was pure innovation. What's Milos? Have you smelt an Irish like Bellam?
Uh, I got a sample from Eugene, and that's right. It's different than anything with iris notes that I'm familiar, like uh, La Nuit or all those things that are having an iris notes, Prada L'Homme or anything really.
Right, because they're fucking caked up. These are designer things that are caked up. Obviously, there's a huge niche quality to Eugene's perfumes, and also on top of his niche, on top of Eugene may not be categorizing. And Alan, please, you're not pushing any buttons, but man, I am telling you my discoveries because I'm speaking the facts. So excuse me for my tone, but it makes me excited for what Eugene has to put out next in store because what he's putting out is truly, truly pure quality. Because within that, he's not only putting out niche quality perfumeries, and he's not only trying to stand out, be so different, but he's also doing things that have been done before, but he's doing them right. I'm not saying Eugene is the first person to put out a dirty incest rose like La Douleur Exquise, but what I am saying is that Eugene is doing them right. And it's never about the first, it's always about the person who did it right.
Oh yeah.
So Eugene is putting out designer stuff as well, like designer stuff, like luxury type of perfumes, and he's also putting out niche quality perfumes. Bellam and La Douleur Exquise are completely different. I'd say Bellam is more niche, and La Douleur Exquise is more designer. It's more Gucci Rush.
How do you distinguish between niche and designer? How do you just how do you know that it's a good quality and what is a bad quality then?
I think he's eating right now. If I can, I think you can always and still in today's world you can find a good things in the between designer. If even if I'm not fan of today's designer releases at all, but I can say that there are still good things, and you don't have to pay extra money to get the good thing as it used to be back in
Gray
80s,
flannel, gray
90s.
flannel, Mr. Gray Flannel,
Yeah,
Mr. Gray Flannel.
But remember, gray flannel. What? God, I mean, I can't
it's many
believe
times
what
reformulated.
no, I didn't know, Brandon. I didn't know it was reformulated. I was in a relationship. I went to buy it. It was years, and I go, wait a minute, there's something going on here. First of all, it disappeared after 6 or 7 hours. I just couldn't believe it. And that's when I learned, Al, you've been asleep. There's reformulations. Nothing smells like it used to. Look at all this stuff. Remember that you used to joke about Antaeus and about, what is it, the one from Christian Dior? Look at this stuff, how they make it now. It's all watered down, or I don't know what it is. It's just, it's not there, But like I said, at the end of the day, my wife says, when you get the fragrance and you put it on, if it smells a certain way on you, then how can you suggest to Brandon. Hey, Brandon, you should try this Fruyo here, man. You're really gonna like it, man. This is a great animalic fragrance. You really got to get it. You should. Oh, you got to get the bottle that I sent you of what is it, Kanisi 10?
Niche 10.
You know,
Niche
that stinks. It stinks like shit, man. It's just an old. You know, it's like shit. You know, I'm 70.
Every day I
man.
smell it. It smells a little bit better to me.
It does. Hey, look at Brandon. Use it. The thing is that I was told a
I'm
perfume.
gonna put some on right now. I'm gonna put some on right now.
When you throw it on, Al, it gives you the original blast of Kanisi 10. So don't be knocking it. But right after that, forget it, man. But like I said,
He's going
forget
for
about
that
it.
bottle, probably. He's going for that bottle. Yeah. And it's right. I wrote a couple of good designer things. Bellamy by Hermes, Dior Homme, and Tous. I wanted to say all of Hermes releases are designers. I don't mean the Hermes hands, and they are good. They timeless to me, and even the Dior Homme line, or even the Ted Lapidus and Aramis, Azaro Prom. There are tons of good
you know the
things.
one that you have, the Hermes, what's it called? It starts with an E.
Don't know. Hermes or
Hermes, I think. Equipage.
Equipage.
Yeah. Are you familiar with that?
I have it. I have Equipage and
When I bought that bottle, I shared it with a friend of mine who used to work for Pan Am Airlines. He used to work for the airlines.
yeah.
He's 81. And I told him to smell this. He told me, it smells just like it did then.
Yeah.
But he says that it's not, it doesn't have the same depth and character and all that other stuff that it had once before.
Yeah, the
But
things
about
are
the smell, he goes, no, it still smells like Aquapage. He goes, because I didn't like it. He goes, well, maybe not to you, but to me it does. He goes, I can still smell.
and to me, I've simply bought it because I wanted to know the Hermes history of the of the releases and the older releases back in 70s, 60s. And I simply like everything that they release, even much more than Guerlain. Like I like much more Equipage than Habit Rouge or Guerlain Vetiver because they're too skanky sometimes to me, or they're not doing with my skin that they're not working well.
Yeah, my friend in the 1981, when I used to play tennis with him, 1981, 1982, he'd come on the tennis courts working for the airlines, and he would put on Christian Dior, the what's it called?
Sauvage.
No, the Pour Monsieur, the
Pour Monsieur.
Yeah, and I used to have by Chanel, right, Brandon? I get a load of this. I would put some on, and he would put some on, and I go, damn, Marco, that stuff smells really good. And he goes, Al, I get mine in Paris. I go, what's the difference? I got mine in New York. He goes, it's different. They use different alcohol. We're talking about the same scent in 1981. He goes, Al, I'm telling you, I bought this in Paris, and it's different when you buy it there.
Yeah, some people told me that too. Even
Really?
if
Yes.
we are in Central Europe.
But this was 47 years ago. He was telling me that. So even then, Brandon, who knows what was going on with perfumes at that time? We don't know. It's all secrecy. We don't know. We definitely don't know. Well, I can smell it from here, man. You got to put that down. Holy cow. Hey, put it down, man. My God. That right there, Milos, if you had some of that, you would want to light up a cigar or a pipe and have that on. But you wouldn't want to go meet Andrea and put that stuff on. No way. That's a heavy hitter.
Powerhouse. But every day, and I didn't get to thank you face to face. So thank you.
Why? Why? Are you that busy? What the hell are you doing, man?
That's fucked up. But I am gonna call you on FaceTime later because I need to talk to you.
El hombre que me mandó esa botella es venezolano. He works over at Pasteur Pharmacy in New York City. He wanted to know how you liked it. I said, I passed it on. I go, he said he liked it, but I don't know. And he goes, but it's Latino. I go, he's Cuban, but he's in Florida. He goes, oh, he's probably going to like it. I don't know. It's
Brother, I'm at the point where I love this now. Every day, every day it smells better to me.
Yeah,
When
my
I first
wife.
got it, I was like,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
What
My
am I
wife.
going to do with this?
Yeah, I would come in from the tennis court. My wife says, well, "You got that thing on?" I go, "What thing? You got that Kanishi 10 on?" Yeah, please, 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 please. I go, "What? No, what? Just but yeah, what the hell?" But yeah, it's still good.
Gracias, hermano. Gracias, hermano. I cannot thank you enough. You are a true brother, man.
You're gonna wearing
Thank
that.
you, bro. Thank you, bro. I really wanted to thank you,
What I
man.
want to do is I want to send one of my Dunhill to Milos, but I want to
Yeah.
see which is the easiest way to send stuff out.
Al, I don't know if it's complicated to if it's
I
not
don't know
too
either.
much, if it's not too much complicated to send it overseas.
The flower that I got
Okay.
from the red flower, the red carnation that I ordered for New
Thanks,
Year's.
Dushan.
Yeah, I didn't get it till like 2 weeks after New Year's, and that came from Ukraine. Yeah, so my wife told me, I told you it was going to take that long. Yeah, and it took a long time, but my God. Yeah, so I don't know.
Eugene decided me to post those samples, and it was here after 4 or 5 days. It was so quick. 4 or 5 days. I got an email and some post paper on my mail that it's somewhere on the post office, but the state government had to check the packaging and the liquid inside with the X-ray or something, and I had to pay a VAT or some tax.
Oh, so you had to pay a domestic fee.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Just
So
something.
I sent those 4 or 5. I sent 5 bottles to this friend of mine up in Canada. They sent the package back. I paid $89 to send it. They sent it back and they said, no, they scanned it. Because I said I had some lotion, some cream lotion, and that's it. And they didn't buy it. They just said they didn't open it, Brandon. They just said, no, you have it back. How about
It's
the $90?
Yeah.
Listen, so every time you do that, just say it's glass. Just say it's glass. It's an antique bottle.
Yeah. Wait.
I deal with this almost every day. I'm speaking to people in Russia, France, Germany.
Really?
Every single day. Yes.
So if I wanted to get a bottle to
Italy is the worst place. Italy is the worst place.
Really?
It's the biggest headache for me. Italy, please change your regulations if you are listening to me. And United Kingdom, please change your regulations if you are listening to me.
Why?
It's so easy for me to send over to you, but it's so hard for you to send over to me.
Is that
So
right?
please.
Why do they complicate that in that way? UK and
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Truthfully, I
Let
don't
me
know.
ask you a question, Brandon. If I wanted to send a bottle to Milos, what would be my best way of sending a bottle? Would you suggest?
DHL Express. It's going to
That
cost you, but DHL Express.
It would be the best way.
DHL, yeah, we got it here as well. DHL.
How about you don't get involved with the customs and all that other bullshit, or what?
No. Just ask Milos what are his couriers. So what do you have, Milos? Do you have DHL? Do you have UPS? What do you have?
We have DHL and PPL.
Okay, so just use DHL. Okay, DHL Express. You have to use Express so that they don't find out. It's quick. It's priority. It has to come out. It has to go. It has to go.
I don't want to bother any of yours with sending anything.
Yeah.
So listen, listen to me, Al. Al, when you're ready to do that, we'll get in contact and I'll tell you everything step by step and what to classify it under.
Okay.
And I'm gonna need you to tape around if it says eau de toilette or something on that. I'm gonna need you to tape it around. I'm gonna need you to block that.
No,
Okay.
I don't have none of that stuff on there. But
Okay, perfect.
not really the other one. But I was really when I sent that one bottle to Eugene of Fruyo of this, no problem. But
No
then a
problem.
couple later, I said those 4 bottles, and I called up the name, and he goes, "Hey man, I didn't." They refused. They refused to deliver it. They sent it back to you, and so that was it. So I said, they don't want people doing that. They, that's a trip. But yeah, when I get it ready, I'll let you know, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get something to you, Milos, in the next couple of weeks. I'll let you know.
You don't have to do that anything.
I don't have to do anything, man. I'm doing it because I want. I like it as a free because I want to, man. And
Yeah.
I'm not. If I'm not going to use the fragrance and send it to you,
I might send you this, Milos.
Oh, guys, I've never tried that. I know it exists, but
This
I
is
don't
the
know.
vintage. This is the vintage. It says
No,
Paris. on
no,
it.
Brandon.
90 degrees.
To both of you, if
1,000 milliliter.
if it's, I don't want to bother anybody with anything, but if you want to send me something, to me it's enough to get a sample, just 2 milliliters of sample or 3 milliliters. I don't need anything big, or because it.
Brandon, you're cool. The
We have a
genius.
special guest here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how about that? I was just going to share with Brandon that when I got the Cocoa Puffs, you know what Cocoa Puffs are, right? COVID. We're not allowed to say it online, the big C, and you're supposed to lose your sense of smell, right? He was hoping I would permanently lose my sense of smell. No luck. I didn't lose it. So he still can't wear some of the stuff around me.
What the heck?
Look at this.
Yeah, that was one of them.
See,
That's the one. That's the
We
one.
got rid of it. And he liked it, Brandon. He liked it. Right on, Brandon.
And the Furio was another one that we gave away.
Oh my gosh. I think you're the one. I think you're the one behind the giveaways, really.
Well, actually, yeah. Well, I'm the one who does all the packaging and stuff. He runs it into. Hey, hello.
Lane,
Hello.
Went on here.
it's bloody brilliant. He's here. Thank you, Lane, for coming.
No.
Yeah, I
Enjoying
just wanted to stop and say hello to all you good people. Yeah, it's good to see y'all.
Yeah,
Hello,
brilliant.
Jason.
As you were saying, I'm so sorry. What's your name?
Darling.
Lane.
Darling.
Darling.
Yeah, my
Darling.
name is Lane.
A pleasure having you here.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you
Good
bet.
guy.
You bet.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still with
She's-
you, brother. I'm still with you, brother.
Oh my gosh.
There was
He hid that from you. He hid that one from you.
two of. So yeah.
Here. These are the ones I'm going to give to Milos.
Getting too
What's that?
Argawood and Desert Arab. I don't know what the hell it is, man. They're all good. What is that?
Augerwood.
Look at her face. Look at her face.
It's the glasses. We got to get them right. Here, wait a minute. And
That's brilliant fellowship
those
here,
Augerwood.
gathering.
Well, the other one's back over there. Whatever.
See, yeah, no wonder we're getting rid of some.
We're,
All right.
We're done.
Back you go.
Okay.
Back you go.
Okay. There you
All
go.
right, there you go. I just
So
got-
have you tried, Brandon? You
Lane,
need to
tell us what you're
Beautiful.
Lane,
Beautiful.
tell us what you're wearing.
Al, I need to smell that Bottega Veneta. I need to.
It's I'm
¿Te
stunned.
gusta, hermano? ¿Te gusta? ¿Te gusta?
I like the suede and the patchouli and the oak moss. That's what it is. That's all it is. And it's not a beast mode, and it's very, very calming. I like it. Very earthy.
That's a sexy leather, huh?
No. It's soft, spicy. What else? It is kind of animalic, a little bit.
Okay. So it's a punch. So it's got a little punch, huh?
Yeah, I did smell the Bottega Veneta for men at the store. I did not like it, but this, yeah.
Yep. And the Bottega Veneta for men goes for a lot, and the Extreme goes for a lot.
Yeah, this is really.
They're
I think it's
discontinued.
underrated. It has this embellished leather on it or whatever, but it's basically they're not an old company. Bottega Veneta is basically it was a leather manufacturing company. But this is really a really good. I think it came out in 2011, so it's not a new fragrance. I like
Right.
it.
Yeah, that's a 75 ml, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, they have a
What
smaller one. I think.
what is it, Al? What you got there? I didn't catch it. What you got?
It's Bottega Veneta.
Bottega Veneta. Is that a men's fragrance?
It's for her. It's
Oh, it's for the
feminine,
women.
but it's a good one. It's Eugene's favorite, and I tried as well. Everybody is familiar with it.
Brandon would agree with me. I don't know who put this thing about gender. Perfume is perfume.
Yeah.
You either like it or you don't like it. I mean, you don't like Shalimar, that's fine. If you like it, that's fine. But no. Yeah, this is great. Yeah. I have a friend of mine who also likes this perfume, but yeah. I bought this one here for my wife, and she didn't like it.
Anna Zworkina.
Yeah, and this is the perfume.
Where did you get that from?
Russia.
Yeah, because of that name. Yeah, it was obvious, and that's the Russian oil or Arabian oil or what's that? It's not focused.
Rusi?
Yes,
Rusi is that, man?
that's her. She was on with that guy, producer Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was talking to her, to this lady who made this. She's a young lady.
Oh,
So this is Anna who made this.
oh, she's popular.
So it had real Castoreum in it, Brandon.
Wow.
What happened, Brandon? I bought 2 bottles. They were about a couple of bills each. I sent the other one to Ramsey. I didn't like it. So I gifted the other bottle to Ramsey.
Interesting, man.
So what's
But this,
real? What's real?
This is really smoky wokey. This is like you just lit the fireplace.
Hold on, because we gotta know more about Lane here. So
Yeah.
hold on. So Lane, talk to us, man. Who are you and where are you from?
Well, I'm from Missouri, here in southeast Missouri. I've kind of been collecting fragrances for, I don't know, a pretty good while. I really like Eugene. I really enjoy Eugene, and I enjoy Al, and I just for those old streams when I was watching them, I was watching when Al was getting all fired up. Man, I just love freaking Al. He's just such a good guy.
When Al made a complete ass out of himself. Oh yes, those were the days.
It was
Never lost for words.
It's pretty good. I really enjoyed it. But anyways, like I said, it's I like I've been collecting fragrances for a while. It's just a hobby for me. It's just a place. That's all it is for me. I enjoy. I'm kind of an old soul, so I like the old the old movies, and I like researching like all of the old famous actors and actresses, and kind of like what they wore back then, And so I've been trying to collect, a lot of the stuff, that a lot of them famous people wore back in the day. And like I said, I like history, so it's fun for me.
When I watch some of those old movies, I like to see when they have perfumes around there. I like to see, can I catch the name of the perfume and it goes too quickly. I go, shit, man, what was that perfume? Some movie from 1944. Cary Grant's in the movie, and he's by some perfume. I go, what the hell? And I couldn't see it. But yeah.
Oh, I know.
You watch Casablanca. You watch all
there was a lot of Guerlain back in those days too.
Yeah,
a lot of Guerlain were coming out.
Yeah,
vintage Guerlain.
1938 with Fred Astaire. I'd see some of the ladies. I just put some perfume on it, and I go, well, what is it? Give us a goddamn name, and they don't. They put it down, but I can't see the label. But yeah, it's trippy. It is trippy, man.
Well, that's awesome, Lane. We're happy to have you, man. Just thank you for the support as well.
Lane,
you're really impressive. All the Guerlains and all those freaking massive bottles. I got a small bottle from 1956. It's the El Interdit by Givenchy, I think.
Yeah.
And that was the original perfume that they created
Hepburn. Anna.
Hepburn.
Anna Hepburn.
Yeah, and I actually bought that off eBay. I don't know. That's been several years ago, but I
Oh,
hate. It's like I said. It's like the It's like the pure parfum version.
wow. Wow.
So,
How does that smell?
well, you take the lid off the
Good.
box, it's like in a little red box, and you take just the lid off of the box, and
Huh?
it fills the whole room.
No, I
Wow.
agree with you. I
Wow.
I'm old. When I was
Bravo, man.
yeah, when I was
Bravo.
in 1959, when I was 9 years old, my dad bought my mom some Chanel. My mom was not a perfume user, right? So she had her parfum of Chanel. When they would go out to a concert, to a symphony concert, she would put the the Chanel number 5 on like a drop. Lane, that thing,
Yeah,
Lane, no, you don't understand. No, listen, you could go outside to the porch
got you.
outside, it would smell the whole house. And
Yeah,
she just told me, Al, she goes, my son, I only put a dot on and we left. I go,
yeah.
I don't believe it. So that
Well,
stuff.
the stuff was so much more concentrated back then. It was more
Well,
like
also I
oil.
heard it was the aldehydes. I heard it was the aldehydes. I don't know that those.
Yeah,
It was. I heard it was. That's what it was. My wife
yeah,
says, yeah, that's why your nose would go crazy because it's a skin irritant, Al.
yeah.
My wife's a doctor. She thinks we're nuts about you guys are putting alcohol on your skin. My God.
That's
We have
perfect. I had to take something on it. The ham and cheese.
This
we
guy
apologize.
loves ham and cheese, man.
See, it's late. We're Milos. We apologize, Milos. We're keeping Milos up.
We
What time?
apologize, but we thank you. We
It's
thank you
bloody
for the
brilliant.
platform.
It's now here. It's after midnight. 8 minutes after midnight. I need smoked ham and British cheese, cheddar cheese,
Yeah, you
Oh
got to
my.
get something there.
the best ones.
That's awesome, Lane. Lane, how does your audience react to when you wear these vintage perfumes? I mean, do they get it? What are they wearing? Are they used to it? Do they like it?
Yeah, there ain't. Well, where I live out in the rural area, and we don't have fragrances here. It's like it's not. It's it's. I would say I'm very uh odd, but see, I'm a collector. I collect everything, so for me, it's like it's a hobby to collect it, and I enjoy wearing some of these older fragrances, but yeah, nobody really gets it or understands it, and that's okay. Um,
It's
but
all an
anyway,
individual thing.
You get
I
it.
it I
You
enjoy,
get it.
It's all an individual thing.
yeah,
You
you
know.
know, I my grandmother, she was really big into, she collected the Avon,
Oh
because
yeah.
that was what you could get in the rural area, and the bottles came in like antique cars. And as a kid, I used to go over there and she'd pull all those out. Of course, I was just so fascinated by that, and I guess, I got it honest, the collecting the stuff, but no, I kind of got to be friends with the Rouge up there in Canada, and
Hey, a
I bought
news.
uh, I bought some vintage
From
stuff.
Anuj.
My mom's mom, the stuff that she wore back in the day,
Wow.
and I ordered that from him and a few other things from him. But so that's been cool, And like I said, my grandparents they enjoy it and understand it more than like young
Doesn't it
people.
bring them back memories?
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's one thing, that happens to me. You see, I not too long ago, I had a vintage Ralph Lauren bottle, the red Ralph Lauren bottle. And
The red one.
it was for women's. And My godfather has a perfumery shop here in Miami. It's called Vanguard Perfumes. So there used to be this regular that was this old lady that would walk in and she'd buy perfumes weekly. She was just addicted to perfumes and she unfortunately was diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah.
So my godfather knew that I had this perfume that she loved, and it was obviously Ralph Lauren, the red bottle. And he was like, "Man, you don't even wear that shit." And we got into a whole fight. And I was like, but I'm a collector. Like I have to have it. He's like, there's this lady fucking dying. And that's the only thing that's on her fucking mind right now. You're not gonna give that shit to her. And I said, you know what, man? Fine, have it. And when I went to the shop to give it to that lady,
Oh
the
man,
tears and joys coming from her eyes,
Absolutely.
that's pretty cool.
you know, it was worth more than the perfume sitting on my damn shelf. I can
Oh
tell you that.
Mhm.
yeah. Well, it's the
So
connections that people have to it is interesting and fascinating, and the connections that you can make with people kind of through it. A lot of women, a lot of I
right.
guess I'd say a lot like wearing perfume around here. It's always been, but even like men that live here, they don't wear cologne or anything. But I do enjoy it. I work shift work, in a factory, so I don't really care. If I want to wear whatever, I'll,
Put it
because
on.
it's enjoyment.
You guys,
It's
you guys
enjoyment.
let the old man chime in. When
You see, here,
was about,
here's where we have a conflict.
if I would put on something strong, I want to wear this, Brandon, and I don't care if you don't like it. I'm going to wear this. I pour it on. I'd go out there, and my friend would say, "Damn, man, you smell like a $3 whore. Get the hell, get away from us, man. You're not going to get inside the car. Manzano, get out of here, man. Go take a shower, man." So, but hey, I don't. But that's the way it was. So yeah, but we always say, "Hey, Brandon, we never oversprayed in the '70s. We would just, and that's it." No.
Splash. Straight
Brandon,
splash.
Brandon, we were getting ready, Brandon. You know what I mean?
Great splash.
We would be smelling all over. Paco Rabanne.
Smells lovely, brother.
That's a big bottle.
Don't
And
go
when you,
A liter. Do I still have any
Brendan,
juice left in here? I got some juice left in here. I have another one, as a matter of fact.
guys, and what do you think about when you mentioned that woman that dies on a
Oh, we
can?
lost Lane. Take care, Lane. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, Lane, probably battery was going down or something with the phone. But when you mentioned that woman dying on cancer, hopefully it wasn't caused by
Perfume.
the perfumery.
No, no.
Perfume.
No. Unfortunately, it wasn't.
She
Unfortunately,
smelled
it
it.
wasn't. But
She died.
No. I think. I don't know if the perfumes. The ingredients and the notes or the parts from the perfume are not causing something. When you spray it every day from your youth on your skin, your skin has to absorb it inside. I don't know how it works, but if somebody was thinking about it, if it can harm you in some way or
My
cause.
mother could tell if I was in the house. It doesn't smell like Brute. I guess Al's not here because I would always have Brute on. Always. Before school, after school, when I, always, but yeah.
And nothing happened. Yeah. Yeah. I like Brood. I have that.
Oh, that was years ago. But like I say, when they first came out, it must have been the oak moss or whatever it is inside there was just potent on all those. Yeah. Even Pierre Cardin was great. The Monsieur, when it was really good. but everything changes now. But
It is.
the collection, I've seen some of your bottles that you have, Hermes. You have a good. How many bottles do you have approximately, if I may ask? 100? Do you have under 200 bottles?
You mean Brandon or myself?
You, Milos.
I have probably 70 or 60 bottles. 60
Wow.
bottles, but not Hermeses. I mean whole collection.
Yeah,
That's enough. That's enough. I sold.
Milos, you have enough fragrances to last you 5 lifetimes right now. Right now.
So that's why I'm not buying anything. Maybe one or two. What I want to buy it in this year, it will be Chanel pour Monsieur EDP, the old one from 80s, and what was the second one? L'air du désert marocain. And I'm done probably. Hopefully nothing new will impress me that much. I'm not defending myself, but yeah, I just want to be my own and really have only the things that I use and then that I spend some time with and that I like. Not and they are not hyped so much. They are like not hidden gems, but
Right. Like this right here, I've used it for the last 3 or 4 days or 3 days. This right here. Okay. I'm going to put it back in the box. I'm going to put it back on my shelf, and I'm probably not going to be with it for a while, but it's not because I don't want to. It's just that I've already had my experience with it, and maybe I want to try something else like some Paco Rabanne or whatever, But I like spending time with it. Maybe now with the amount of fragrances that you have enough time to spend some time with what you have in your possession right now, Milos. I mean, I don't know if you've worn
I
any
agree.
of this. Have you worn any of your fragrance for any length of time when you start using a fragrance? In other words, if you use a fragrance today, will you just change it tomorrow, or will you use it for a few days? Or
I'll using it for a few. I use it for a few days because I wanna spend some time and to understand that the scent, how it evolves or how it changes during the day and during the temperature.
well, how is it going to develop on your skin?
I spray it on my clothes and on my shoulders and on my back of the neck, and
I think
sometimes
the skin.
when
The
I
skin plays a big part.
and
So
I sprayed on my wrist here sometimes when it's something new and I want to test it how it evolves and how it changes during the first hour or two, which are the crucial to me. And
I
how
want to tell the vintage guy here, Brandon. Can you hear me? Are you there?
yeah he's
When we would put on a fragrance, the top notes would appear, right? I'm talking about 1980. Whatever I had on, the top note would appear, right? After about, I'd say 15 minutes to 2 hours, it would start fading, right? And when it would start fading, then the base would start emerging, would start emerging. So I've had it on. I've had Portos on for 7 or 8 hours, and it's just starting to emerge. That's it, Al. That's basically it. It's 1:30 in the morning. Well, that's doing. So the development stages of these fragrances, stuff that you own, was a long development stage. Yeah, the first blast is great, but it would take time. And on my skin, like I say, I'm blessed. I have very good skin. It's I don't have any dry skin at all. So it sticks to me like glue, any stuff that I put on. And I'm sure it projects somewhat, But nevertheless, these old fragrances that you own, they would develop over time. The fragrances now, like a brand new bottle of whatever, it just goes and then it's gone. It evaporates. I don't know if you believe that. I feel that there's no dry down now. I feel that fragrances, the contemporary fragrances, they dry up, they get to the skin, and they disappear. So what, Al? Well, ours didn't.
Prada Amber pour homme.
That doesn't? Oh, that's
Yeah.
what you
Yeah, I brought it. It's Amber pour homme, yeah, Prada.
That has an amazing dry down.
Yeah. Are you both familiar with that? Uh,
I've never.
Brandon, you can describe it in a better way, probably.
Yeah,
Is that
so
aquatic? Lavender? Dark? What is that?
Lavender,
lavender,
soapy,
lavender,
Lavender?
laundry.
clean, soapy, spicy, daily driver.
Have you smelled Zaharoff's signature per homme?
Yes.
Maybe.
What
An
do you-
amazing. It's so. But
Mi
I
señora,
love
mi señora odia ese perfume. Inmediatamente cuando lo compré me dijo lavender. She goes, it's just, what? I go, what? She goes, to me, I liked it because it's old school. It reminds me of old school fragrances.
And this is better than the Zaharov pour homme.
absolutely.
Oh, thank you, God, for that. Yeah, because I really
Absolutely.
like it. It's my second or third bottle of that.
What is the base? What is the base in that fragrance?
This is my Prada Amber pour homme.
Okay, agree.
Wow. Yes.
Chanel Cristal. This is like my light scent.
This is a good thing as well. Chanel.
It's hard for me to have a fresh amber. I like dark ambers. And for me, Prada Amber pour homme was beautifully composed, but it's a fresh amber. Equipage. Amazing. Timeless.
It is. To me, it's much more better than. I like it much
Equipage,
more than.
is it better than Equipage Duranium?
Yeah. What
Okay.
do you what you guess? And how do you feel that I like it because this was first, and I like that.
I don't like Equipage Duranium. I think it tarnishes what Equipage already was.
Yeah.
But on the contrary, I do like what they did with Bellamy. Bellamy Vetiver is amazing because it only amped it up, it only heightened it.
Yeah, I like Bellamy very well too as well. I
like
have
Bellamy
both of them.
Wow. You guys have lost me. Can I ask a question? Because
Go ahead.
They say, Brandon, that Guerlain's Vetiver
Mhm.
is the best Vetiver, period. Hands down, bar none, unequivocally. Nothing
Well,
touches.
I have to tell you that is a lie.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is not the best Vetiver ever.
It's wet. It's wet. It's misleading, and it doesn't perform as well as the vintages. But in my case, I do have the best Guerlain vetiver, and that is a very rare eau de vetiver.
Well, Ramsey is the one who said that. Ramsey said that Guerlain makes the best Vetiver, he thought. That's what he said.
Maybe he said Guerlain knows how to use vetiver in their fragrances, but Guerlain vetiver is not the best vetiver. The best vetiver, in my opinion, is Annick Goutal's vetiver.
You mentioned that in our first stream.
I will live and die by Annick Goutal's vetiver. After Annick Goutal's vetiver is Chanel Sycomore.
Yeah, I have it on my skin, the decant, because I have sample.
Oh, you guys are serious.
And you know what?
Oh,
After
no, Wayne.
after
Oh my God. Look
No,
at
it's okay. It's okay. We have.
but Al, that's why we're here for. People want information. People want answers.
Well, yeah, let me
That's
say.
what we're here for.
Okay.
You ask the questions, we answer, brother.
Yeah.
So,
Like-
you know,
like
you
in a
know, I
call
have here on my
center.
wrist.
I can't go back to my library of over 100 and females to answer that question of what looks, what works, I can't answer those questions anymore.
Listen, Al. Now
okay.
when I go to parties, Al, I don't bring alcohol. I bring these big liter bottles of perfume, and I start splashing them on people, splashing them on people. Hey,
Yeah,
hey, baby, hey, baby, hey, here, baby, here. You want to sip of this? All right, no, put it on, put it on. And by the end of the night, the whole room smells like the 80s.
yeah, do it today.
Because, young man, I say it again, I'll say to all of you people, we were never judged by the way we smelled. We were judged by the way we looked. Period. It didn't matter what you had on. It was the way you looked. Okay? You didn't have a tuxedo on, but you had to be good looking.
Hey, let's go.
Look at this.
Rocha's Femme.
And
that's a good vintage right there.
Yeah, I think this is an old bottle too. This is
an old bottle. Does it have the Marcel Roches on it or no?
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Ooh, and it's a spray. Nice. I've only seen them in Splash. That's a nice spray. What do you get from that, Lane?
12 hours.
It's kind of a dirty musk is what I.
It is dirty. It is dirty. Okay, so it's still dirty.
It's sweaty. It's a sweaty. It depends on, like, I wore this today just because I'm just here at the house, I farm and stuff.
Right.
And I cut a bunch
I love that.
I've cut a bunch of wood today. Like I cut wood for and so I went out and cut wood. Of course, I worked up, I cut like a pole pickup load of wood, with the chainsaw and running that. And it got really, really sweet and soapy and clean. Like when it's, when you work, work with it, it changes.
Right. Al knows a lot about that. Talk to him, muchacho, about the sweat. Talk to him, muchacho.
Let me ask you something, Lane. How do you think if you took that fragrance and you wore it and you wrapped yourself in arms around a woman and you guys rolled around for a while playfully, what do you think that thing would smell like then?
Yeah, it would be, it's very special fragrance. I mean, I get it, what they were trying to create. It makes sense. I didn't understand it at first, but the more experience and the more like wearing, like even like the Chanel No. 5 EDT, the aldehydes, they're almost off-putting when you first spray it, which I'm talking about a modern formulation. But like when you actually get out and do
work, you're saying it's true. You're right.
You get out and work.
I've heard her.
No. 5 EDT, it gets so soapy and so clean. It absolutely gets, it's a beautiful, beautiful perfume. I never understood it until I actually started, messing with it and enjoying it. But, it makes sense, but.
And what we got is the men, all the men here have to get women's opinion because the women are attracted to the men's perspiration. We are not attracted to the women's perspiration. We are attracted to the female, and I won't get too more. We're attracted to female, but it's not because of their perspiration.
Right.
They're attracted to us because of that. So yeah, I mean,
I dated a girl 5 years that I didn't wear fragrances back then. She enjoyed it, but she like you say, just perspiration. She enjoyed that coming off of me. I didn't get it, but she loved it.
We're animals. We are animals.
Yeah.
I mean, you figure, the rats out in the field, the bears when they're mating, they're raping. They're raping. They don't ask permission. Hey, you want to have a baby? There. Boom.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what I love? 2 hours and we're still going, and your wife is counting hours.
No, I'm gonna have to get off, man. I really have to get off, and you have to get some sleep, man. It is late. Yeah. But listen, I love you. I got to get going, and we'll have to do it again. And I'm sure you're going to get a lot of feedback from your friends in that.
That's bloody brilliant. Yeah. That's bloody brilliant. everybody was disappearing. But hopefully, Brandon is still here. Serial. Al was turned off. Oh, and I love that. And Laney's, I'm glad you're here because yeah,
Sorry,
just,
keeps my I keep getting interrupted. It's hard for me to come onto these streams, and that's why I don't ever come onto it because
uh-huh.
I'm so busy working and I got so much going on. Like people are calling me left and right.
Uh-huh.
I
So
got
you
so
don't
much
have
going on. So it's, but anyways, like I said, I had a little time. I thought I'd jump on today and just, say hello, but I appreciate you all having me on, but
yeah, that's bloody brilliant, and thank you. I didn't know
Thank
that
you.
you still have to be on your phone, and you don't have so much free time
yeah,
just to do your hobby like the streams and
yeah.
something like that.
Well,
I just don't have
thanks.
time to mess
Yeah.
with it, really. But anyways, no, I enjoy it, I enjoy listening. I mostly just listen, but anyways, I do enjoy listening to you guys and looking at all the people that collect and all that and seeing all the interesting things that they got. But
Yeah, we're
That's
glad.
awesome. Lane, Lane, I grew up on a farm, man. I grew up on a farm, man.
yeah,
I love I'm an outdoor boy, man. I'm an outdoor kid, man. Just helping my dad and out there and just riding horse, riding ATVs, going hunting, doing a bunch of just things outside, man. So just the fact that you're mixing that with perfume, I think it's an awesome experience, man. And it's also very original and very unique, man. So I
yeah,
appreciate that, man.
yeah.
And it's
I'm,
different. It's
I'm
different.
yeah, I'm pretty unique. It's kind of unusual, like I said. And I've thought about, trying to make videos and reviews and put them on YouTube, and
I think that'll work, man.
I've done that a little bit, but I like to collect antique tractors, so I'm working on those. I'm working on antique cars. I collect old cars, and I'm working on stuff all the time. So
I've seen it. Yeah.
anyways, I posted some of those videos, but I'm not sure
Where
how the whole YouTube thing is going to work out for me. I don't know if
where'd
I'll.
you post those videos? Man, I'd love to see those vintage tractors. I collect vintage watches. This
Yeah,
is a Seiko, a world time Seiko,
yeah,
Those
that's
are
uh,
brilliant.
that is
1999.
yeah, that's
You know,
awesome. That's
so and I love cars too. I love antique cars. I love Land Rover Defenders, the Suzuki two doors, the Toyota Cruiser two doors.
Tudor.
Just vintage antique cars, Camaros, you name it. Even to the point where I'm even starting to think. I'm even starting to uh, start projects on replicas. I'm starting a project on a replica Cobra and a Porsche Speedster.
that's
So
awesome.
hopefully that goes well, man.
Wow. Yeah, well, good luck to you. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
thank you.
we
It's gonna be a headache. It's gonna be a
Uh,
headache, but we're gonna get it right.
Oh, it'll
yeah,
be yeah, it'll be fun.
yeah,
But
we got a lot of common
if you
things.
love it, you will do it.
Yeah,
You don't matter how long it takes. It's just if you love it, man.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of interest, a lot of things, and I farm. We got cattle here. I got about 130
Wow.
cows that me and my dad
Wow.
can feed, and so it's a full-time job, and I work shift work.
Hmm.
Wow.
I shift work, so
You're
we
a
have
busy man.
we have to like work because there's just not enough money on the family farm anymore to be able to survive and pay everything, and do everything. And so we got to go and work out, so we work in a factory and do the 12-hour rotating shift. So every once in a while
Wow.
the streams, that Eugene does when I'm out there at the plant, just
Wow.
killing time. But like I said,
In
I
the
got
morning.
work, learning about the fragrances and kind of just doing that as a hobby. at work you get time to do that, you know, in between fighting the machinery and stuff. So
It's kind
You
of
got
a
to
hard
find the
work.
time. You got to find the time. If you love it, you make the time.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, anyways, but
Yeah, we have a lot of common, and we're kind of the old souls, each
yeah,
of us here, because yeah, I'm the same type of the liking the old vintage antique things, because they have something to tell you much more. Even that design and how they crafted it's so much more soul into that than in these days that everything is so unified and the same and glassy, transparent, and you feel like in a office call center,
yeah.
soulless.
Also, just the stories, the famous people that have worn these fragrances, that's what draws you even more to them. What's that?
This
Wow.
this right here is called Musk by Alyssa Ashley.
Musk by Alyssa Ashley.
Yeah. This was like it's a kind of a unisex targeted
Oh,
fragrance.
it's gotta be. It's
It,
gotta be.
I'm not sure what the year was on this, but anyways, this has been in my family. This fragrance right here, my grandfather, the one that's, that I'm close to, that I work with every day, working on these old cars and stuff. This is what his, scent is. And like I said,
Wow.
special to me. My family's had a big attachment to this, and
No way.
it's, this is actually a really cheap, uh, perfume. And they
I
also
have to smell that.
well version, and like it's actually a pretty, I would say this is a pretty big fragrance, and I don't know, there's no
It's
stores you can't
musky, huh?
or, but I think over in Europe, you can still buy it. But I got an old 1977 Buick that car, that my grandpa bought brand new, and that's what the inside it smells like that still after all these years. It's like 40, almost 40 years old, and that car, it's still in our family. And it's
Nice.
that's the
It's
smell,
that scent, huh?
that scent, because that's what grandma, she had that, but she had the oil. This is the
Okay.
just the spray version. This is what you can buy, and I guess you can still get the oil, but it's a lot more concentrated. It lasts forever. Lasts forever. Stuff lasts forever. But
What is that? That's crazy, man. I'm gonna note that down. Musk by Melissa Ashley.
it smells like this stuff right here for the price that you pay for it. It's funny, Sebastian, the perfume guy. So
For Tato?
yeah, Sebastian Jara.
Yeah.
Oh, Jara.
I messaged him about this, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I know all about that." He said, and he actually featured it in some of his videos. And he sent me the link to those, and of course I watched them. And they were way old; they were several years old. But yeah,
Wow.
this is beautiful. This is amazing. Like a
I
man or
have
woman,
to smell
this, it doesn't get much better than this, my opinion. But
that.
Interesting. And how much do they want for it? For
I
this?
this here, I think I got this for less than $50, but I had to order it. I have no idea where it came from,
Good
but
one. And this is for Rich Mitch. He loves it. And this is
What
for
is
like
that?
$3 tabac from
yeah,
Germany. Tabac cologne.
yeah.
Look at this. It's eau de
I need to
cologne.
smell that, man. What is that?
It's like the old German company smelling like the. It's more spicy, like peppery, spicy cologne. I don't know if I can compare with something. It's unique in that way.
Hmm.
I
I,
don't have
yeah,
anything
I
similar.
That's a beautiful bottle.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, it's from the Maurer and Wirth, the company making a 4711.
Oh,
It's the
no
same.
way.
Yeah. It's the same company. It's called Tabac
I
Original.
got a 4711 right over there.
I love it a lot.
Yeah.
But it's completely empty, so I I just take off the bottle.
Hey, mine is completely empty too.
Yeah.
I used it all.
Good things are going down quick
Hey.
and used a lot. And Lane, what are your favorite Chanel Lex exclusives?
Well, my favorite Les exclusive is probably La Pausa,
Mm-hmm.
28 La Pausa. That's my
Good to know.
Wow.
that's
Good to
my
know.
that's my favorite one that I wear.
Good to know to hear something different than Coromandel and Sycomore. Or
I like Coromandel a lot, but when I wear it, it's just it's so different. It's so unusual compared to like what most people like would smell on. So it's not, and it's such a big Coromandel. Big. It's such a big. It's spicy and powdery. It's I enjoy it. I like the patchouli in there. How it's real damp. It has a real dampness to it. It smells real earthy to me.
mm-hmm.
Like like you would think. Like the forests up in Seattle. Where it rains all the time up in Seattle and it's real dark. And they got like the moss and everything. That's the imagery I get when I spray that for Mandel, and that's why I like it. The opening of it's really really nice. But
And how do you feel when you spray the Sycomore EDP, which I have on on arm now on wrist, and comparing with Encre Noir? So,
I like Sycomore better than Encre Noir. I think it's got a little bit more layer. Bit
yeah,
it's linear.
yeah.
You know what has a nice vetiver. What I can add to that is Gianfranco Ferro. That has an amazing vetiver.
Mm-hmm.
It
I
These
has
are
like
really, yeah, these are really
sycamore effect to it.
the
Damn,
names.
I'm actually gonna bring out sycamore because I do want to smell sycamore.
I like
Okay.
Guerlain. I like Guerlain's vetiver. Um, I've got the Listerine style bottle of it.
Yeah. I got it. I got
It
it.
when I first got it, I didn't know if I really liked it. It was hard.
Mhm.
It's kind of medicinal. But
Yeah, it reminded me. Yeah, me too. It reminded me my old granddad a bit,
mm,
just like like
yeah,
jogging or sporting. Yeah,
mm,
uh, but and when I'm thinking about Rianne or La Dure Exquise from Eugene, it reminded me that bandage from the medicinal
yeah,
surrounding
yeah,
or
yeah.
hospital bandage vibe.
It kind of that Guerlain vetiver is kind of like the vapor rub kind of. But the more that I've worn it, the more that I've actually worn it, I've kind of acquired what it smells like, and I've acquired the taste for that Guerlain vetiver. And when I want to wear it, like there'll be times like that I know that's what I want to spray. And I really enjoy it. I mean, it's really really nice. I
There's
like
so
it.
much. That's crazy. There's so much dust on these bottles.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
you got an amazing collection there. That's just amazing. I mean, your collection is just
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah,
Thank
It's
you, man.
killing.
that's
Yeah,
that's really cool.
both of your collection is killing. On fire,
Yeah,
completely.
I got several Les exclusives. I enjoy all the Chanel stuff that they've made. It's not real loud. It doesn't scream. It's I don't really like loud. I don't like my perfume to
Me
you know,
neither.
talk before I do. Yeah,
Me neither.
I love
Loudness
Sycomore.
is
yeah.
And
Oh yeah,
both of
these are the EDTs.
that's cool. Yeah, I don't know what those are.
precious.
Oh, I got samples. I bought the carded sample of all the carded samples, and then the ones that I liked after I
Yeah.
sampled. That's when I bought the full bottle, but it was all EDP version.
Mhm.
That's what I
The
did.
EDPs are not too far off. The EDPs are not too far off, brother.
Yeah,
But I will say that the EDTs, they have something a bit more raw,
Yeah, yeah.
it's yeah.
Raw materials, precious treasures.
You know.
The two of sycamores.
I think I should spray. I think I should spray one.
But considering the price of Encre Noir, it's absolutely brilliant. Even I've never appreciate that Encre Noir that much. It's so good that the people who are limited uh,
Oh,
by his money, by their money, can try at least Encre Noir to get something different from the
Stuff that
typical designer smell. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sycamore. I hate that you say Encre Noir because I am getting that Encre Noir
Yeah.
effect. But then it gets darker,
Mhm.
darker, and darker. And the only Encre Noir that will smell like Sycamore is the first vintage Encre Noir.
Mhm.
But it's soft. It's soft. It's light. It's dark.
Yeah, it has that
Uh-oh.
balance.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh shit.
uh-huh.
What do we have here?
yeah.
We got
That's
all
so
of the
this is
above. This
Obsessed.
looks
yeah.
like a Facebook, like a Facebook group.
Yeah, yeah. Facebook
Oh, there she is.
website.
Okay, but there she is. Oh, you even have some Cody in there. Those are nice Codys. You gotta show me that Givenchy Erident.
Yeah,
Erident.
I gotta try to get this. Hold on a
And
second.
those
Yeah,
two
yeah.
ones.
Don't drop it now.
Oh,
I don't know how to get this camera turned back around, but
hmm,
there's dust. Man, there's so much dust.
interesting.
I don't know. I guess the camera can't be turned around, but anyways, yeah, there.
Wow.
Cody.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
this is
not. It's not available here in Europe. Those Codys. How do
really
they smell like?
that's probably the best. That's my favorite. This is my favorite, Cody.
How does it smell like?
Well, it's just musky. It's just like a
Mhm,
real powdery, soft, sweet
mhm.
musk. This is like $10 for that bottle. This
Interesting.
this is the men's.
Is Givenchy Cody Musk, or it's called only Cody Musk for men?
Wild musk, Cody musk for men, and then Cody wild musk is the
Okay, I tried it.
this is the women's version. The wild musk is for women. But anyways, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is here.
Show us more, man. Show us those less exclusives, please. And we're doing 200 mLs. Wow. So we have La Pausa. We have Boy 1957. Love 1957. I love N18. I love 31 Rue Cambon.
Me too.
I love Belle Respiro. I just sold a bottle of Belle Respiro, an EDT. I regret that, but I have a new one unboxed. Um, 31 Rue Cambon. What do you think about 31 Rue Cambon?
It's hard. It's kind of hard for me to wear.
Yeah, because you got to really dress up for that one, brother. I'm sorry, I got to say.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I can appreciate it for what it is, But
Right.
it, anyways.
She does not accept a white shirt and jeans.
Mm.
Well, like I said, I don't. I mean, I'm just a factory worker and I just got cattle and stuff.
But that's why I think. Oh, hold on. Is that Egoist Cologne concentrate?
No, no, it's just the EDT.
Oh wow! I was about to say. Ooh, look at that. We even have some Guerlains back there. Beautiful, beautiful. Opium Porom back there. I see that.
Yeah,
What do you think about that? That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That
I
is
like
beautiful.
opium. Yeah, I
there's
like opium porom
Beautiful.
there's a big film.
and old
That's
Russian.
that looks like what is that? Is that 200 mil?
Yeah, it's a 200 ml splash version of that.
That's a beauty. That's
I
a
bought
beauty.
that. I got that for super cheap. I bought that for practically nothing. I like to give nothing for that. This is the number 5 EDT.
Oh, now
That,
that's beautiful.
this is my favorite thing to wear. That's what I enjoy. But
Even better than women's EDP version.
yeah, yeah, it is.
I have to try it again, the EDT version, even the current formulation.
I really like this here.
Petit
Uh,
Matin.
Yeah,
Petite Matin.
I've got more compliments from that than any other fragrance that I've ever worn.
Wow.
That
Andrea likes it a lot.
We even have some Creed. Wow, look at that. Let's mix it up now.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff, brother.
I got this car. That's the car that I got when I was 16. That's just a replica of my.
Wow.
But, there's my
What's-
car. Picture of my car.
Wow, wow.
But yeah, that's my fragrances there. That's my fragrance collection.
Brilliant.
Beautiful, man.
I've
Beautiful, man.
been collecting for very long, but I'm about done with the collecting of them.
Yeah, man.
I've got way more stuff. I probably need to sell some stuff, honestly, but
Well, you let me know. You let me know, man.
yeah. But I really enjoy this. I wish I could find some more of this.
Yeah.
L Enter D, but man, it's so expensive and it's
Wow.
hard to find it. But this smells so good. I would wear it more often, but because it just smells.
No.
That I hate.
Special occasions, man.
Yeah. This I wish I could find something that's honeysuckle, and I've been buying like honeysuckle, but this is not what I want. I want to make a photorealistic honeysuckle perfume, and
Okay.
I don't know. That's what I want to make. If I was ever going to make a fragrance, I want to make it honeysuckle, but I haven't found anything that smells like a real photorealistic honeysuckle yet, but
I get that.
maybe one of these days I'll find it. Or it'll be...
For sure, man.
But anyway,
Absolutely, man. You got an amazing collection, man. Bravo, man.
yeah.
Bravo. And thank you for sharing it with us, man. We appreciate that.
Welcome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought I'd come on and show it. I wasn't doing nothing,
Yeah.
but
Come on,
Absolutely.
man.
yeah.
Thank you for taking the step, man. That was very brave of you. And we're here. You're welcome anytime.
Yeah, like I said, I like collecting them and listening to all the conversation. I wonder. I guess Al, he must have got busy. He had to go somewhere. I guess.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well,
And
I'm gonna get out
okay.
of here.
Yeah, it's almost 3 hours. Going. Of the
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go. I'm gonna end up having to get off of here, but anyways, yeah.
Thanks, Lane. Thanks, Lane. Lane, if you can anytime, just drop your email or something. I can contact you, and maybe I could possibly pick up something from you. We could just chat, man. I really love your attitude. I
He's
Yeah.
on
like that you're
Instagram.
different.
Brandon, he's on Instagram. I have
What's
him.
his Instagram so I could find him?
Lane Lookfar.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lane Lufar.
He's in my friends
Lane Lufar.
list. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'll find you. Then I got you. But thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here on the stream. Thanks, Milos, for having us once again. And
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Come on and talk. I've been wanting to come on and visit and talk to all of you people for a long time, and I just I can't ever get time to do it. But like I said, I was available to do it today, so I'll come on.
Today was your day.
Say hi to these people because I don't know when I'll get to do it again. But anyways, y'all take care.
Always a
Yeah.
pleasure. Always a pleasure
Thanks,
to hear
Dushan.
you and
Yeah.
to share the thoughts. Thank you. Bye now, and have a good evening. A nice evening. Bye
Yeah.
now, and
Ciao.
see
Later.
you today. Bye now.
Take
Later.
care, man. All right.
Bye.
All right, Milos.
Thank you. Thank you for that.